Your mom and dad. Your mom and dad. Your mom and dad. Your mom and dad.
Well, welcome home, family. It's your mother and father. And
By the way, you just went past that for the first time ever. It's your mother and father. Like you just completely changed the game.
I'm sorry. Today is a new.
It's on your head right now.
It's a new day because it's the Your Mother and Father Gala of 2024. If you are not tuned into the YouTube, well, then you're missing out on our absolute Met Gala fits. Just a few days ago, we had the Met Gala 2024. The theme for the carpet was the Garden of Time. So, I mean, I don't know. What do you all think?
I mean, there's no question. Yours is incredible. Yours is very like avant-garde, garden, cool. You're like, you became the garden.
But do you not?
You know what I mean? I literally just look like I got done working in the backyard. You know what I'm saying? So,
but do you not see my vision? We're a couple vision together.
We are a piece.
Yes, we're a piece. So your fit, in your overalls without a shirt on and the gloves, and you do have a little gardening shovel here.
A hoe?
Yeah, this is.
Is that what they call it? I don't know what they call this.
This is the Garden of Time. So I'm like, we're giving a farmer fantasy with you. Yes, you're, and I am the garden that he is pruning.
Oh,
right. I mean, look
pruning,
at it. It's not. I didn't think about the sexual piece of it until
it feels. There's a lot of innuendo here as I take my hands and I just massage and mold.
Okay,
and planting the seeds.
Plow. You know what I mean? And plowing.
We're going to get demonetized in the first few minutes of this. Now, though, looking at you, what my creation was supposed to be, I feel like you look more like if you had a garden, your garden would be like growing light beer, not so much whatever vine I'm giving.
I don't look, you know what I look like? Because you know how certain people, you could wear the same outfit?
Yeah.
Like 10 people can wear the same outfit and look like completely different people and stories.
I love a pair of overalls.
Right. I look
They're
like
not
a
for
guy.
You.
No.
I love it. I'm sorry.
I don't like, how certain if someone put this on, some person would be like, oh, you look like a model. Some people would be like, oh, you look like you're actually got done gardening.
Yeah, farming,
some people,
gardening. Yeah.
I just look like a guy who's sitting in the back of a truck outside of 7-Eleven going like, yo, can I borrow a cigarette? You know what I mean? Like I look like I have a record. That's for sure. That's all I look like. I don't look like a guy who uses the overalls for what they're intended. I look like the guy that just never took them off for 10 years.
You are so handsome.
Oh,
but
wow.
You are so
sweet.
handsome, but I do think
looks.
Yeah, I don't know if overall should become part of your wardrobe repertoire.
And why do you feel that way? Please tell me why I don't rock these things right now. Yeah, no.
I think it's because, you know why? Let's dive into this. This is fashion. It's all about how you carry it, right? It's all about the confidence. And I don't feel like you stepped in and I felt like
I'm kind of shrinking.
You were shrinking. You need to own the shirtless overalls. Own the fact that your pit hair is out for the world to see.
God, I know. I'm sorry about that. Guys, give us a poll on pit hair. Keep or no? Okay, I understand. I don't rock it. But the gloves are also a little aggressive, but...
Yeah,
the gloves make it. It's given like a kind of Mario vibe to me.
Oh, I like that. I like that you're changing it from gardener to plumber.
Yes.
yeah.
Which I like as well.
Someone's got to keep those plants watered.
Someone's got to keep
irrigation is key.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Okay, I'm down for the plumber vibe. Like, yeah, it is Mario. Okay, cool. Well, baby, thanks for this vision. I mean, you are a visionary, truly.
Listen, I did throw this hat together. If you see
the hat's fire.
The tape all in the back, it's not, and the cat.
It's not. It doesn't like to lean back.
It might be hard for me to podcast in this, so at some point I might have to take this off.
It looks beautiful though.
It feels very heavy on my neck.
Yes, but fashion is not about comfort.
It's it's true, and especially with the Met Gala.
Yes,
it's about.
Oh yeah, that's why we're doing this.
Yeah,
people just think it's like a random Friday. Like, oh, there's dress up. No, the Met. Now, Lee earlier said gala.
It's
I feel
Gala.
like,
is it Gala?
Which one is it?
What do they say?
I feel like, I hear different people say different things.
Like if you're in France, that's what you
it
say?
definitely sounds fancier.
It
And I
does
feel like Lee
Gala.
often says words in like the more proper,
that
fancy
one I'm
way.
not sure about. You know, am I eating macarons at the gala?
Oh,
or
that's right.
macarons at the gala?
Yeah, have you studied the data or the data at the gala?
Yes, the gala, the gala.
These are, anyway.
These are the important questions.
This is why
that
we're doing this. This is why we're dressed up like Mario and Garden Woman is for the Met Gala.
Listen, here's the fact, family. Number one, it's Mother's Day in a few days, so Mama wanted to talk about the Met Gala, so we shall talk about it.
And I'm actually really into it too. I am excited to talk about it.
And also, of course, we're going to be discussing the finale of The Circle.
Yeah.
But of course, we had our final finale episode, and we're going to get to that. But I do feel like we got to jump into some of these Met Gala
more
gala
pressing.
outfits. And I love talking about the Met Gala. Now, see, now I don't know.
See,
The
now
Met
you-
Gala. The Met Gala.
Met Gala sounds more like I feel like I've heard that more.
Yeah.
I like talking about the Met Gala, and I love watching the Met Gala every single year because you're going to be hearing my vines, by the way,
Yes, the
and flowers
crinkling of
throughout
the-
the entire time.
the
So
garden.
sorry, everyone. But I love talking about it because every year, what it allows me to do is to feel a deep anger towards mostly male actors who get invited to this like prestigious fashion
Yes.
ceremony, and they show up in a tuxedo.
Yeah.
A plain tuxedo.
Yes.
This is supposed to be art. This has a theme. It is supposed to be grand. It is supposed to be magical. You're given a theme. And so many of these A-list male actors, they have at their dispense any wardrobe stylist, everything.
Yes.
And they show up in a tuxedo.
But you know what? I do want
Not even with any regalia on it.
But on behalf of basic ass dudes, who I am a spokesman for, okay, basic ass dudes unite. Basic ass dude. Bads. Oh shit, that's cool. Okay, so on behalf of all bads, all baddies.
No,
okay?
it's bads. I like the bads
Okay,
better because that all makes sense.
On behalf of all bads,
yes.
it's intimidating to rock something crazy. You know what I mean? Like we aren't like there's a lot of these like incredible actresses and pop singers and stuff who just look like angels. Right? As a bad,
Yeah.
like you're looking like the outfit's wearing you versus you're wearing the outfit. You just in general, even when we're going to go to like something and you kind of give me something to try on and work and I'm a little like intimidated by the outfit.
Yeah.
It's hard not to be like, I don't think I'm comfortable here. And the tux can be a little bit of that, just like, you know, it works.
Okay, but
You know,
here's the
I kind of
thing.
want to slide in and slide out. I don't want too many pictures. Like I
Here's the thing.
sympathize with the bads.
Here's the thing. First and foremost, the bads need to let go of their ego, okay? Because most of it is an ego
It's
thing.
scary
it's like,
being a bad though.
am I?
Because we have our lane. And the second we get out of that lane, we might get mocked and we're afraid of our friends making fun of us.
You got to get over that because
Yeah.
that's the fragile male ego.
you're
And then you're gonna get roasted and mocked for showing up in a tux, you know?
and that's the thing. And listen, you can wear a tuxedo,
Yeah.
but give us something else with it
I
for
agree.
the love
I
of
agree.
God.
Or don't go. Like if you don't
Thank
go, if
you.
you're gonna, if you're
Thank you.
too bad, if
Yeah.
you're too much of a bad that you can't get past your badness, don't go.
You can send your money to the fundraiser Blessings to help
Right.
support the Costume Institute,
Right.
but like, give your ticket to someone who
wants to
lives
give
and
it.
loves for the fashion and wants
Yes.
to like live their truest fashion fantasy on the red carpet is all I'm saying.
Side
But it's
note,
also that male fragile ego you were speaking to, King.
but I have a
and
fragile ego, and that's just something
That's
that I
called
have,
therapy. Yeah.
and I support, and I back it 100%. No,
Well, we're going to be covering, we're going to be, listen, we're not going to be covering everyone from the Met Gala because let's be real, it's just too many. It would just take too long, but we're going to cover a good amount. And I
Yes.
did remove most all of the bads you're talking about because
Yes.
I'm like, hey, Seth Meyers, we don't need the tuxedo. We don't need to
did he show up in a
review-
tux?
I mean, most all the guys did.
Yeah, a lot
there
of
were
tuxes.
some men who came and they showed up and showed out and we will
Sure.
praise them. There were
Yes.
also some guys who came and they did some floral embroidery and that's great. But like,
I'm also cool though if you are with someone who's doing something wild and you want to be like an accent to them. Like I don't want to take their shine.
I
You know
completely
what I mean? So
understand that too.
that's an understanding. Like Keith Urban, I think, went with
Nicole Kidman.
Obviously, because they've been married for a million years. But I think he wore like a basic tux because she was doing something that was epic. So there's kind of this too of like supporting
and
role.
that's let her shine because she was looking so beautiful in her gown. But but we're not going to be covering everybody, but we're going to be going over a good amount of people.
Okay.
And also I'm going to get into what the theme was and also what the Costume Institute's exhibit is so that we can understand what we're critiquing here to a certain degree.
Got it. Okay.
Because I'm pretty much disappointed every single year.
Yeah.
I'm truly disappointed.
Right.
I can't lie.
A lot of disappointment.
It's a lot of disappointment
Well,
for me.
you're really bumming me out, okay? So let's keep this energy high.
Okay.
Just because you're a human garden doesn't mean you get to judge everyone else.
Before we get into the Met Gala looks, family. So here's the deal. We went to a gorgeous wedding this weekend. It was amazing. And we stayed in the woods. We stayed in this yurt. It was magical. And when we were packing food, I'm like, we need something easy, simple, but nutritious and nourishing because I'm trying to get my wellness on. So obviously, we brought Daily Harvest. This is a Daily Harvest household. Every week we have their smoothies, harvest bowls, flatbreads, and more on constant rotation. And when we are running low, Evan and I fight over them.
Oh
no
my
big
gosh.
deal. It's just the truth.
I'm so pissed when I look in there and you stole the one I was hoping for. It's okay.
So sorry.
It's true though. Daily Harvest takes the planning, prep, and cleanup out of cooking by delivering our favorite veggie and fruit-packed meals straight to our door. With Daily Harvest, I'm getting tons of plant-based options built on organic fruits and veggies that are easy to prep and free of gluten, fillers, seed oils, added starches, and sugars. It really takes the guesswork out and effort out of eating food I know is good for me.
Also, here's the thing. Usually eating healthy can mean the same old boring meals, but not with Daily Harvest. They've got so many great options for any time of the day. You can go on their website and browse the deliciousness. I'm obsessed with their mint and cacao smoothies, their cauliflower rice and pesto bowls, their mango and passion fruit pops are so good and so much more. And by using only recyclable or compostable packaging when possible, Daily Harvest is doing their part to take care of our earth, which helps me limit my waste. Create healthy habits that last with Daily Harvest. For a limited time only, go to dailyharvest.com/momdad to get $30 off your first box plus free shipping. That's dailyharvest.com/momdad for $30 off your first box and free shipping. dailyharvest.com/momdad. Family, I can't lie to you.
It's me, Mario.
I feel like I wasn't even able to concentrate on a single word that I was saying.
You're taking it off already?
I'm really trying my best.
Push through.
Slipping down on my face that I don't even know what I just said in the first 10 minutes. And I feel like I look so stern because I'm trying to not move my ears to keep the hat up.
What are you willing to do? Look at these people. You think these people are comfortable? They're not. They did what it took for the shot.
I can't believe you're going to shame
and
me.
I feel like right now you're not doing what it takes for the shot.
All right, I'm going to keep trying for a few minutes then.
5 more minutes.
I can't believe you've literally shamed me into keeping this hat on.
I don't ask for much, but that hat, you got to keep it on.
Let me readjust. Okay. So
you look so good. It looks awesome.
Thank you.
You did a great job. I hate the idea that you made all this and then it's going to be gone within 10 minutes.
It's
you know
amazing
what I mean?
what you can do with some tape, baby, and Michael's.
It's almost like she did it for years in the industry. Ladies and gentlemen, our in-house consultant, red carpet stylist, TV stylist. You know, this person knows what she's talking about. I, on the other hand, have no idea, but one thing I'm really good at is just judging things from afar with zero knowledge. And that's what I bring today.
First of all, thank you for that intro. I feel like it is a little too gracious.
World-renowned designer.
I used to do wardrobe styling years ago, but definitely not even close to this level. So let's not even play that for one moment. But
let's get into this.
It is why looking at these Met Gala looks is a passion of mine because I just love fashion.
I love it.
I really do. Okay, so now here's the 411.
Yeah.
So this year for the Met Gala 2024, the Costume Institute theme was Sleeping Beauty's Reawakened Fashion. So basically when you go to the Met and you go to the exhibit, what you're going to see and the focus this season is going to be essentially clothing through the ages and how you protect it. Because here's the thing, clothing decays. there's so many elements that affect clothing. So there's going to be so many historical pieces in the Costume Institute where you can view that have, like thousands of years old. So what the Costume Institute does is they protect these garments historically. And so a lot of the theme is, hey, here are these garments that shouldn't be worn again.
Yeah.
That are protected. This is the things that we do with light, with moisture. And a lot of times they're being laid down because they can't even be put on a mannequin anymore because of the age and trying to protect them, which is, I think, why Sleeping Beauties was also that term used, because you're seeing a lot of pieces laid down. So there is a big emphasis on the decay of clothing as well. So you're going to see pieces in the Institute where like the clothing is pieced apart.
Sure.
Also the effects
Some
of
1400s garment from the king's whatever, yeah.
Also the effects of like bugs and moths. So even on the carpet, I think some people went with the gala red carpet theme, but then a lot of people also were pulling from the Costume Institute theme, which is the Sleeping Beauty fashion reawakened. It's not Disney vibes. It's not Sleeping Beauty. Like,
I thought everyone was just going to show up in a Sleeping Beauty
in a Disney dress. Everyone was going to Disney adult.
I kind of love that idea though. Everyone show up just as a princess from one of the princesses.
That would have been kind of fabulous. But no, so that's that big push. And so when you're seeing people on the carpet who have some like maybe bugs and things, that's more of a pull from the Costume Institute's exhibit. And also some people on the carpet. So if I am like judging a dress, it might be an old pull from a runway of yore, right? Where you're reawakening fashion. Like, oh, this was on the runway 30 years ago. So we're re-wearing this dress, or it's a callback, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
But the main carpet, the theme was the Garden of Time. So, of course, expecting like lots of florals.
Wait, is it the Garden of Time or is it the Sleeping Beauty reawakened fashion?
So there's the Costume Institute, right? And what their exhibit theme is that they're opening.
Oh, so like when you go into the Met Gala, that's what you're looking at?
That's
versus
what, now you can go.
The red carpet theme's different.
You can go now see that today. So that was the opening of the exhibit.
So red carpet is a different theme.
Yes. And that
Confusing,
the theme is the
got
Garden of Time, which is pulled from an essay. And the focus on the essay is definitely about like...
So once you get inside, your outfit doesn't match the theme, which is a little confusing. It's like, wait, do I have to have two outfits then? Okay, whatever.
But there's kind of, but they did somewhat of an overlap because it's Garden of Time, right? So you're seeing the time piece of it all. So like the aging of things. So when a lot of people are trotting around like me in our like gorgeous florals, actually probably more on theme would be dying flowers, things that are aging.
Oh, that's cool.
You know, so.
Although it's getting a little out there, if you worked for like a construction company, and then like they're pitching an idea for like an apartment complex to like the team, and the marketing team's like created a story, and they're like, so the lobby is your childhood, and they're like, it's a fucking lobby. I mean, I don't know. It's some walls at the end of the day, the marketing person's like, listen,
it's just
the elevator is age, and as you age up to the top floor, you reach your pinnacle, which is your big earning years. The children are coming over. They're coming over for dinner. The grandchildren, and the guy's sitting there going, I don't. You mean like talking? You're talking about the top floor of the building we're building? He's like, yeah. And then there's your journey. You know what I mean? You start to get a little out.
It's
like
bare. There's no art in it. They're like, it's the birth canal.
It's
as you
the birth
enter
canal.
into your home.
Are you talking about the laundry area? Yes, that is where you're renewed. And the guy's like trying to justify his job. Like, you're renewed in this area, so we made the walls bare to speak to that. It gets a little bit like that sometimes. But anyway, continue.
Well, I think the energy that you are shouting is how everyone should be dressing. Okay, where it's over the top.
I love it.
We have a reason for everything, and most people do.
Yeah, I have the reason for everything.
So should we just get into this?
Yes, please.
Should we just dive in?
Yes.
Let's dive in. Okay.
Let's go.
First, we have Taylor Russell, who is in Loewe. And listen, okay. Taylor Russell is an it girl. Taylor Russell is like fashion it girl. So
who is she? Is she a model? What is she?
An actor.
Actor.
Yes. I'm sure she does modeling as well, but an actor. But listen, she looks stunning. We are on theme because as you can see, there's this like wood breastplate with some florals ingrained in it. But from Taylor, I was hoping for a little more of the dramatics.
Got it. See, I love this.
I mean, it's stunning.
She looks like wood, which is really cool to me.
Well, it is a wood.
Oh, it's actually wood?
Well, I think it's probably like plastered in some sort of fashion.
I do like when people sacrifice their, like I know I'm doing this to you right now, but I do love when people sacrifice their comfort for the fashion because it's so like hardcore. And I love the like Roman bottom toga thing going on.
It is. I will say she does look like very much like a statue in a garden.
She looks like, you know, one of the goddesses that they would paint.
Yes.
That's kind of the vibe to me.
It's true. And no, you're right. And it's an absolutely stunning piece. And it
has
on
the vines.
It is on theme
She's
with the wood. It is. Now,
But you were hoping for more.
Listen, with the Met, I would have loved perhaps an animatronic woodpecker pecking at her wood bodice.
So I see what you're saying. Oh, that would have been cool. Blood squirting out.
Oh my God. Or if she goes.
If she hits a main artery, it's like, oh, that's a part of it. Death is also a part of it.
She goes with a date and he's got a woodpecker puppet on his hand, and every once in a while he comes around.
He's a woodpecker. He has a huge beak. See, now we're getting somewhere. That's the thing, is that these people are two in the box. Okay, but it's beautiful. I mean, it looks incredible, but it's also a little bit like it's one step away from just being a very nice look that could be worn at any award ceremony.
That's the thing. And again, like I said, Taylor Russell, she is an it girl. Her fashion is always on point. She's incredible. So yes, it's fabulous. It is on theme, but I could have used a woodpecker is all I'm saying.
Got it.
All right, next. Okay.
Who's
Demi
this?
Moore.
Oh, Demi Moore.
Demi Moore. Demi Moore is in Harris Reed, I believe.
Peacock.
It's giving Peacock. It's giving.
Are those hips like? Okay, those are like prosthetic hips, right?
I mean, I think it's probably just the dress and some padding.
Whatever. I'm just. I don't know how this shit works. I'm just saying, like the way I was kind of looking at it because I could kind of see it. I was like, whoa, okay. But I do like that. I like that it's over the top.
Yeah, and also
she's like double the hip. You know what I mean? It was like more. And they're like, we've done too much, Demi. And they're like, more hip. And they're like, we have no more fabric. She's like, take this pillow, take this blanket, keep going with the hips. Sick though. I dig it.
It's giving sundial.
Oh,
with the little arrow type things that are coming out. That's kind of what it's reminding me of. Of course, there's florals all over it. It's beautiful. The bodice is stunning. I feel like I loved this because a lot of times too, when we have actors who aren't currently, I don't think she currently has like a movie out or whatever. Sometimes people phone in and she stuck with the theme.
Okay. I like that you like it. I feel like we're having opposite things the opposite day. I don't really like it. It looks like an 80s curtain to me. You know what I mean? It looks like when you go to like a house, like some older person's house.
Yes.
And they have like a tablecloth.
Okay, yeah,
you know
for
what
sure,
I mean?
for sure.
That, and then also this just like the wing thing. I just see like something that we'd buy for Ember for like Halloween. Like when like it has like a like it's like
the
bat
back
wings
for like
when you're a kid. It kind of feels like that. So I don't know. It looks if it wasn't for the hip is giving the only thing to me that feels like a little over the top and interesting.
You love the
visually.
hip.
Well, it's interesting visually. It's like, oh, it's not.
It pops.
It's not like it looks over the top.
Yes.
So I like that. Other than that, it just feels a little bit like old curtain meets Halloween costume energy. Not loving it.
All right. He says no to you, Demi.
I mean, you're fantastic, Demi. Thank you for all the work you've done. We love you. I'm just saying, not for me.
Like I said, to me, it's on theme. We're going to be getting so many florals, and this was the thing. This was the thing about it. I think for Demi, this is beautiful. Like I said, I don't think she has like a movie coming out at this moment. So sometimes people like that will phone in. And the fact that she stayed on theme, I have to applaud. But we're just going to see so many florals. And the Garden of Time theme, if you stuck to the theme, I applaud you. But the Garden of Time theme, it's not just about flowers because the whole essay is about kind of like the decay. So to me, I'm like, there's so many moments that could have been so easy where you take a dress is like torn apart or frayed or interesting, pieced apart. I don't know. Yeah. But this is stunning on her. Okay. This is stunning on her. I love it. All right, next we have Emma Chamberlain. And you can't quite see it.
Super hardcore, like everything's, what do you call it? Lacy.
You can't quite see it unless you zoom in, but around her arms, I think it looked almost kind of like
Whoa.
like dead vines.
And it looks like it's not lace, like it's actual like metal or something.
Yes,
Which is kind of
it's a
cool.
custom Jean Paul Gaultier dress. I love the goth vibes too.
Gaultier. To cut me out. He's doing dresses now? Sick.
Where did he go?
That I used to know. Now he's just like, I'll do dresses now.
God, he had the absolute tracks of the summer. He had the tracks of the summer and he just disappeared. Where are you, Gaultier?
Chilling.
Now he's doing Emma Chamberlain's dress.
What do you mean, what is he doing? You're looking at it. He writes hits in the summer, makes dresses in the summer. What do you think about this?
I like the dead vine element. I think everyone looks stunning, obviously.
Right.
I mean, these are just
Hot is already like we can just right
everyone's
away
gorgeous,
the hot thing,
okay?
right?
And they're all their gowns. They're
Everyone looks
beautiful, beautiful
amazing, yeah.
gowns, all of these.
Beautiful down.
Beautiful gowns. But I think, listen, Emma was interviewing on the red carpet. So I'll give a pass for it not being like absolutely over the top because she did have to be somewhat functional. Like as I'm trying to do right now with my hat, I'm realizing how difficult it would be to be interviewing.
By the way, I release you from it.
I'm cruising right now.
Your neck's like seized enough to where it's locked, and you have rigor mortis of the neck, so it's just locked. You're like, I'm good. I've kind of
a little bit. But I do. I like it. I think it's good. It's a beautiful gown. And we touched on the theme a little bit with what looks like dead vines around the arms. It looks like the fabric. I would have loved if the train there were a bunch of tears and rifts in it and felt more pieced.
Oh yeah.
Like you could see that moths got to it or something with the whole time element. I think that would have been more on theme. But I like it.
I love it. Okay, I am like this. I really like it.
Well, you also love Emma Chamberlain.
I do too.
He loves Emma Chamberlain.
I like Emma Chamberlain, but
he loves watching her vlogs.
Well, I don't watch her vlogs, but I've seen them and I think they're fantastic.
You always talk about Emma Chamberlain.
That's so sweet.
So here's what I like about her. Her vlogs. No, I'm just kidding. No, yeah. No, here's what I like about this.
Yeah.
I like that she's done the like super pale thing with the dark makeup.
Yeah, it's
like
kind of
she's
the
clearly
goth
like white
inspired.
out goth vibe, which is death looking.
True,
You know what I mean?
that's
It looks
very
decay,
true.
death energy.
Yeah.
I like that her whole dress is like decaying like vines. Like nothing about it is colorful, nothing about it is life-giving. It's all very like goth heavy vibes. So that, you know what I mean? It feels different. Everyone else is trying to look like probably very over the top beautiful and pretty and kind of colorful.
Floral, yeah.
And this is giving like literally like old decaying vines and like, there's no green left on the tree. There's no green left on the bush, like that energy. I agree with you in the way that it would have been nice if maybe while she's interviewing people, she does this. And then during the red carpet, she throws something on top of it that makes it like maybe campier or more intense.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Okay, Evan, I like this. I like this analysis.
What's up? You know what I'm saying? So,
And then Gaultier comes out and
then
does
it's I used to know. And then used to know is very deaf, old relationship. So there's a tie in there. So I mean, listen, I see the whole thing, but yes, I actually like this a lot.
I think she looks stunning.
And I love you. Emma, thank you for all you do for us.
Shout out to Evan.
And shout out to being a vlogger and just kind of
The
generally
amount of times
the amount of work and like that's really underappreciated. And like,
by the way, the amount of times that Evan randomly brings up Emma Chamberlain, I don't think you realize. You're always just kind of
Maybe.
like, I don't know. You talk
I find
about
her interesting.
You do. You love her.
I find it interesting to be someone who like just started vlogs in your like backyard and now you're like at the Met Gala.
Yeah.
That's fascinating to me.
Oh, I mean, just
completely on your own. Like you didn't go through any of the normal channels of like in movies or shows or anything, and you just like vlogging in your backyard about like getting coffee, and now you're at the Met Gala. Like
no,
that's
she's truly
interesting to
incredible,
me.
and she has become a fashion icon the children,
Yeah.
the youth. It's like she is their
Which is a
fashion
recent
god.
thing for her. All of a sudden becoming like a
Yeah, the past couple
big,
years. And now, like, if you see her during Fashion Week, I mean,
Right.
she absolutely stuns.
Yeah.
So, shout out, Emma.
Shout out.
Okay. Okay, we have to take another quick pause. By the way, everyone, I just want to say this. I'm not an expert, so if I'm critiquing.
No, I think here's the thing.
I'm just saying, here's the bottom line. This is all fun and games and everyone looks beautiful. So when people have this is just my opinion as a non-expert. I mean, look at me. I'm covered in vines right now. Okay?
But see, there's also a difference between doing and critiquing. I'm like a movie critic. So you did this. Like you actually styled people.
Yeah, but not even close to this level.
But like putting people in outfits and having taste, that's a skill. I am the person that critiques your skill. I don't add. I just take away.
I know that was a pretty good Chamberlain analysis. I'll give you that.
Hey, you know what? I have my moments.
You loved the hip pads and you loved Emma Chamberlain.
That's me.
Okay,
all right.
family. So here's the thing, especially in recent years, it's important to me that the supplements I take are of the highest quality. And that's why for, I think at least 4 years, I've been drinking AG1. Let me tell you why I love it so much. Taking care of my health shouldn't be complicated, and AG1 simplifies this by replacing multiple health supplements like multivitamins, digestive aids, immune support, and more in just one simple scoop, covering my nutritional bases and setting myself up for success in just 60 seconds, people. Okay, basically AG1 makes it so there aren't a million different pills and capsules to keep track of. Also, I don't do well swallowing pills, if I'm being honest. Okay, it's something I struggle with. So AG1 has been just a lifesaver for me because it's just one scoop. You mix it with water and boom, I'm good. And I will always be drinking AG1 because since I started years ago, I feel the difference, like really supporting my immune health.
Big time. I'm a big AG1 head.
Yeah, you are.
I've been taking AG1 for years and I absolutely love it. Not only does AG1 make it easy, I also know I can trust what's in every single scoop of AG1 because they obsess over product quality, the standards of manufacturing partners and sustainable practices. It's tested for 950 contaminants and banned substances, while the industry standard typically only tests for like 10.
That's absolutely wild. Like Evan said, quality for AG1 isn't just a buzzword. It's a commitment backed by expert-led scientific research, high-quality ingredients, industry-leading manufacturing, and rigorous testing. AG1's ingredients are heavily researched for efficacy and quality, and I love that every scoop also includes prebiotics, probiotics, digestive enzymes for gut support, and folate, magnesium, and ashwagandha for that stress support, and so much more. Also, I like the taste, which is very big for me, okay? I've partnered with AG1 for so long because they've just made such a high quality product that I genuinely look forward to drinking every day. So if you want to replace your multivitamin and more, start with AG1. Try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your first subscription at drinkag1.com/mom-and-dad. That's drinkag1.com/mom-and-dad. Check it out. Also, those travel packs, lifesavers.
Oh yeah,
we got them everywhere with trips, just gym, all that.
So good.
You always remember it. You never forget. All right, I'm taking the hat off.
Yeah, take it off.
One moment, please. Costume change. All right, now that I have my hat removed, let us.
Yeah,
let
how
us
much happier are you right now?
I just feel so much better. I feel
You're like, I did the bit.
Literally, I'm like, okay, now I know what I'm talking about. I can concentrate. Okay. Next, we have Zendaya in her first of 2 outfits because Zendaya rolled up on that carpet and then boom, hit it again in a fully different outfit. And let me tell you all something. The amount of work to like get into these clothes and the hair and makeup and everything, the fact that she went boom, boom and did another one was absolutely iconic, incredible. And so this first outfit from Zendaya is a Margiela Couture. And I'm coming out the gate preaching this to everyone. Okay? Listen up. I saw a few people after Zendaya's Met Gala appearance this year say, listen, it's Zendaya. We wanted more because Zendaya is a fashion god. She always serves, she always feeds the children, as they say. Zendaya gives it to us every time, and they say we wanted more from Zendaya. And to all of you, I say, how dare you? Because Zendaya, not only is she absolutely on theme for both of the outfits that she came out in, also, this woman has been on a press tour where literally every day she has been serving top tier looks that none of us can stop talking about.
Yeah, I saw like a Dune one where like everyone was dressed in like normal suits and just like a dress, and then she came out in like a cyborg outfit. And
I mean,
was like,
she's
on another level.
She has been on another level, and every day she is giving us like just over the top gorgeous clothing. Okay, so then for people to be like, I expected more from Zendaya, I take that personally for some reason, because she always delivers and she looks absolutely spectacular in this. We have the hummingbird. You know, I love a bird. The fact, of course, our queen came out and there's birds. There's hummingbird around her neck, floating around her that like match the colors of this outfit. We have the grapes hanging down. It's kind of giving this 80s reference a little bit. So you see, like, I'm sure there's a reference to, you know, some sort of runway from a while ago.
Yeah.
And the colors are just, I mean, she does no wrong to me.
Wow. Yeah, she looks amazing. I'm calling this Midnight in the Garden.
Oh, stunning.
Okay. I like what I like about it is that it, like you said, completely on point and on theme, but also like, I feel like I'm literally seeing garden vibes, but at night, because she's got this kind of like whatever that pattern is.
Yes.
It's kind of like night sky, starry night sky energy. I feel like it's like midnight in an Italian garden. Yeah, I like it a lot. Again, I could see where someone would say, I'd love to go like turn up the notch, because that's the thing too, if you're a fashion icon, we kind of go, we've seen the dial you can go to, and so when you dial it back to 8, we're a little bit like, well, we're expecting a lot, versus if like someone who's not a fashion icon came out in this, it'd be like, oh,
that's what I'm saying. And I hear you, but that's what my point is, that it's like, listen, she delivers 24/7 and has been on a streak of a press tour where she is delivering constantly, and she delivered with this. So I'm total just like, delivery, everybody, how dare you?
Total delivery. It's fantastic, but I could understand the critique of turning it up a little bit more. That's my only thought on that.
Yeah. Well, then we had her next outfit. So then she comes out, like, as the carpet's closing, she shows up in this vintage Givenchy. I believe it's never been worn before. It's pronounced
Givenchy, but
Givenchy, sure.
Yes.
It's never been worn before by John Galliano. This headpiece by Alexander McQueen. And
I mean, headpiece by Jess Ambrose. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you.
Let's be
comparable.
real.
Comparable. Not insanely that much better. You like a little better.
Let me be honest.
But that one was
here.
probably 20 grand. This one was $5. I'm saying the difference is not 20 grand. That's all I'm going to say right now.
I'm just saying I obviously pulled heavy inspiration from my queen Zendaya and this Alexander McQueen headpiece. This is, again, we have like this gorgeous Givenchy couture that is harkening back historically. So we have the time element, we do have the Sleeping Beauty, fashion reawakened element, and then we have this gorgeous floral headpiece. I mean, I don't know what to say. She's perfection.
Two things I like about it. Number one is the size of the train, right? Because I feel like, right, Met Gala is campy, right? There is a camp element to it.
Yeah.
So over the top shit is the vibe. I like how big and over the top this is. Also, she looks like she's going to a extraterrestrial funeral. Right?
It does give Star Wars.
It gives Star Wars funeral. Like Han Solo just died and she's attending his funeral.
It gives Padme.
Yeah.
It gives Padme.
And so because of this, we're talking about death, dying things as well. She looks like she's going to a funeral.
Very true. Oh my God.
I mean,
he's an art
am
critic.
I built for this shit? I'm not saying I am.
He's an art critic. I didn't even think about that. Yes, it kind of has this funeral
It has
train,
big funeral
but then
energy.
like there are living plants on her head, which, by the way, shout out for carrying that. I could barely wear the hat, and you're absolutely crushing that.
Because what she's doing is that she's carrying on the memory. I'm getting a little crazy here, and I feel like you know when someone gets a little too like, you know. I'm starting to really get some momentum here.
Yeah.
there's the everything below is like mourning the loss, but the future.
Beautiful. Within the dying garden, some plants can grow.
Within death is life. Wow. And it starts here. You know what I mean? It starts up top and it's next to her head. And I think that's, if she didn't have that vision, I just gave you the vision. So
Zendaya, look what you have inspired amongst us.
I'm going to start a Met Gala podcast. And that's all I talk about all year.
For year, just the one Met Gala per year.
The episode's all year about building up. For all my listeners.
Oh my gosh, that's stupid. All right. Next, we have Lizzo in Victor Wine Santo, I believe. Now, this outfit, here's the thing. I want to hate it because, to be quite frank, the headpiece specifically really doesn't appeal to my eye. I'm not quite sure what's happening. It's very much giving me like a funnel, of some sort. But I can't help it. When I look at it, I'm feeling fountain. It looks like a garden fountain to me. The way that the headpiece is, and then the bottom of her dress, how it comes up. Doesn't it look like the base of a fountain to you?
I guess. A little bit. There
are florals in it.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel as if it does hit it, but I'm also really trying to.
I can tell you're trying to like this more than you do.
Well, no, I don't like the dress. To be completely honest with you, I do not like the dress. I don't like the head. Again, the headpiece is like throwing me off. I feel like if it would have been a different headpiece.
Okay. Yeah.
But it does look like a fountain.
Okay. See, I'm getting the bad guy in Stranger Things. You know that like with that the headpiece is giving like the mouth of a demon or something. You know what I mean? Like, and if you look close, you see like there's like roses in there, but it could also be blood. You know what I mean? I'm not seeing garden. I'm not seeing death of garden. I'm almost just seeing like statement piece that they had.
I'm seeing death of garden a little bit with like the textures.
Yeah.
But I can't get over fountain and garden.
Okay, I like that though.
I mean, if we would have added...
That's art though, you see things, not everyone sees the same thing.
If we would have added little funnels where at the bottom of the dress, water could have been shooting out of, I would have preferred that,
You know what, that would have been
She would have been just absolutely soaking the other patrons.
Soaked. Yeah, I love that idea, but like, it's like, how hard are you willing to go?
That's the thing. It's like, are you really willing to turn it out or no?
That's true.
That's all I'm saying.
That's true. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of like, fine. I don't feel like I'm connected to anything. Like, I'm not seeing the connection. Yeah. It's just kind of like an interesting thing.
Yeah. All right, next. Next, we have Lea Michelle in Rodarte. And I have to tell you, sorry, Lea. You always look beautiful. I hate this dress so much.
Now.
I can't stand it.
I'm far more interested in who's behind her. Like, who's that guy?
I forget who that is. But he was like Roman sculpture.
Dune demon. Like, that's sick. So shout out to whoever that is behind her, because whoever behind her, the train goes off the picture.
He showed up and he did not wear a tux, honey. So shout out to him.
That's what I'm saying. He's got like a head piece on that's like the crown of a demon king.
Yes.
Sick. No, Lea Michelle, this literally looks like she took the Disney princess thing too seriously.
No, this is giving Windsor to the highest level. Like, this is wet seal Windsor. Yes. Like, I get this
dress with a train
at Windsor, and I put some flowers on it, and then I just go to Joann's and get so much tulle fabric and just wrap it around. Yeah. I really don't like this dress, and I feel like the only potential connection to the theme...
This is presented by Michaels.
Yeah, that's what this feels like.
And what are you wearing tonight, Michaels?
It's a Joanne Michaels collab.
Joanne Michaels, it's their collab of the year. They pulled together all their crafts and put this together. Yeah, no, this is, and the color is like ocean, which is like not what we're here for.
Yeah, and I suppose, again, you can like really stretch it and go, oh, like I was saying, fountain before in a garden, but... And I suppose you need water to water your plants in a garden, but we're really digging deep. And it's the only call is those, what are they, daisies maybe around her on the dress that are just at the top part of the bodice. And it just looks like they were randomly thrown on there last minute to like
Yeah.
Pull off the thing.
Yeah, sorry.
And I always, too, when someone shows up on the carpet and is pregnant, I always feel like there are so many fun, cool things you could play with.
Oh my gosh, you could the belly, it could then be the centerpiece
That's
of
what I'm saying.
thing.
So
Yeah.
it's and we're talking the Garden of Time. We're talking about time, there's the connection with birth and rebirth
Oh, you
and
know what
whatever.
I would do? No, I started to get weird. I wouldn't be pregnant, and I'd have a belly, and inside the belly is fish swimming around, like a prosthetic belly.
Oh, yeah.
That's like a little aquarium.
Oh yeah.
And you got fish and frogs or something like that. That'd be fire.
That would be high fashion.
God, you got me
Unreal.
killing
We gotta
this.
save that one.
That would be fire. Anyone, if you take my idea, I'm gonna be pissed
It's gonna get mad.
because I'm gonna never go to the Met Gala. Anyway, side note.
Yeah.
I looked up how much it costs for a ticket to the Met Gala.
Oh yeah.
$30,000.
I think that's minimum.
Yeah, minimum $30,000. And it's $275,000 for a table if you want to buy a table. That's probably for but they said, also you don't get your spouse doesn't get an invite because you got an invite. It's only they have to get their separate
It's
invite.
singular.
And
Again, it's a fundraiser.
Yeah.
This is how the Costume Institute, the Met, because the Met does not pay for the Costume Institute. So the Costume Institute, this is the way
Separate
that
thing.
they're getting their money. That we can see now these gorgeous historical pieces and see history
Yeah.
and how much they have to keep up with protecting these clothes constantly. So it is, it's to preserve history here. I think a lot of times we get focused on the actual gala part, but it's to pay for the preservation of fashion history.
Yeah, no one's ever thought about that for sure. It's definitely just about the other stuff, which is
well, and that's the thing. And then celebrities use this as a way to promote themselves.
yes, of course.
So that's why I guess I get a little upset sometimes
get
where I'm
that.
if you're gonna go
For the once in your life, can you not make it about you energy?
or if you're gonna show up to use it as a press for yourself,
Yeah.
then really show up and show out,
Yeah.
honey bunny.
Okay.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
All right.
This is
sorry,
a
sorry,
fail,
Lea.
unfortunately.
Sorry. Apologies. Next, we have Nicki Minaj. And Nicki Minaj is in Marnie. And I saw people clowning on this. Listen, this is the Met. You don't have to like the outfit. It's about the theme. And Nicki gave us the theme. It looks like tin almost, potentially,
Yeah.
or some sort of lacquer with flowers popping out. It's 3D. It's super colorful. It's bubblegummy, which I feel was interesting because I don't think we saw that as much. It's kind of Willy Wonka energy, but it's floral. It's a different take on florals. I really like it. I think it pleases my eye.
I couldn't agree more.
You love
I
it?
couldn't agree more. This is fantastic. It's campy. It's weird. It's fun. It's fantasy. It's life of the garden. You know what I mean? It's you have things sprouting. You have bees coming and going. You like when I see her, and I like the shoes too because the shoes are kind of playful. They're kind of
I feel like they don't take away from the dress.
yeah, exactly. And I feel like it all. I think she looks amazing. I like her hair.
Yes.
That she's got the short kind of like you said, kind of Willy Wonka, the Johnny Depp Willy Wonka thing. You know what I mean? The hair's cool. She didn't. I feel like you know what this is. She didn't take herself too seriously. It's let's have fun here.
Yes.
And I feel like that's what makes pictures from the Met Gala exciting.
It's playful.
Is shock.
It's
and
playful.
This is shock.
It's fun. It's Met. Okay. Again,
What did people not like about this?
I think a lot of people go and will look at the Met Gala, which I totally get, and see, I like this gown, I don't like this gown, this looks weird, blah, 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 blah. Here's the bottom line. When I'm looking at the Met Gala clothing, there's definitely dresses that I find stunning, but they're not matching the theme.
Exactly.
So I think sometimes people go, why in the weirdness would you wear this? Do you think this looks really good? And it's first of all, I do think it looks really good. I think it's pretty fab. But they're oh, it's ridiculous.
It's kind of Alice in Wonderland-y.
Yeah.
I think it's cool.
I think it's, I don't know. I think it's
I like
fabulous.
it. It's a hit.
It's a hit. All right. We have more to cover, but we got to take another quick pause. Family, this episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. Listen, we all have stressors on a daily basis. Let's be real. They can be big, they can be small. I know I can have the tendency to bottle them up personally, which isn't good because then they start to affect me negatively. I don't want to do that, which is one of the big reasons why I go to therapy. Therapy is a safe space to get things off your chest and to figure out how to work through whatever's weighing you down. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try.
We've both benefited from therapy so much. Personally, I was recently going through some stress that had me in a slump, and talking to my therapist and processing it helped me so much. It helped provide me with tools I need to cope, which is huge. BetterHelp is entirely online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule.
All you have to do is just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. The convenience of BetterHelp makes it so much more simple to prioritize taking care of you through therapy, which is oh so important. Get it off your chest with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/momdad today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/momdad. Okay, moving on. Next, we have Tyla in Balmain and
Balmain.
Tyla in Balmain and family. I would like to present to you my favorite outfit of the night. The best dressed, in my humble opinion, of the evening is Tyla, okay? Look at this outfit, okay? She is like, it's full sculptured bodice where you can see like the frame of her body and it looks like sand. And in fact, they even have the touches of putting like sand on parts of her shoulder and her arm. And then she's holding an hourglass full of sand.
Yes.
Like it is stunning. It is on theme. It's also giving us something that's unique. Like I thought we were going to be obviously seeing florals, but I also thought we were going to be seeing maybe a lot of like clocks and watches, which we did see a few of, but this, the hourglass, the sand, I mean, it is delicious to the highest level.
Yes.
I couldn't get over it. I'm obsessed with this.
Well, what's so cool, there's two things. Number one is I saw a video. She can't walk upstairs.
Oh, did you see her getting carried?
So the security guy has to pick her up and bring her to the next level because she's in such a hardcore, like she can't move.
Yeah.
Second, what I'm thinking is that in order to do this, what they had to do was take the pieces of like plaster, put it on her, wet it, and then let it dry.
Yeah. And
right. This isn't something you put on.
No.
So they had to make this in the moment for her.
Likely, yes.
Likely they had, like, this isn't something that like they took off and then put on later. What it looks like is that they had to plaster her in this before and then like deliver her. No, this is like the coolest thing ever.
Her getting picked up and like moved from stair to stair was so iconic.
It's
there were all these TikToks of people being like, I'm Tyla, and getting carried around.
Getting carried around. I love it so much. Yeah, like it's got time, it's got like desert, it's got the end of the garden vibe, it's got like she honestly does look like ancient and futuristic at the same time.
Yes.
You know what I mean? She looks like she's from another world. Mm-hmm. Like this is what they would wear in another world. Is like some, archaic, interesting, this is kind of how I feel about Lee's art.
Yeah, it's very true. It's very true. Look at this. Speaking of Lee's art, hold up. There was a reveal on Instagram, a face reveal. Everyone follow Internet Ceramics to see a face reveal.
Yes.
Do we have the potential place where people can go see yet? Is that to come?
Oh yeah, well that hasn't been released yet. A little interview with a photo and stuff like that.
Okay,
but but I sold some work at the store.
Oh, it's already at the store. Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, it's at the store. I'll provide the info on Instagram.
Amazing.
But,
so if everyone go follow Lee so that you can keep up with the info. Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Because just like Tyla's gorgeous fit from Balmain, we have Lee who's coming in.
If you want Tyla as a piece of ceramic in your house, follow Lee.
Follow Lee at Internet Ceramics.
But yeah, it's so cool. It's like brutalist. Mm-hmm. It's like, it's so cool.
And I was so thrilled because I love Tyla. And so I was really hoping that she was just going to like crush it. And I believe this is her first Met ever. And she just came in and wow, she set that bar so high.
Hard.
Because far and away, this was my favorite outfit.
So cool.
I kept thinking about it.
Incredible.
Stunning.
Yeah. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
12 out of 10.
12 out of 10. Love you, Tyla. All right. Next, we have Bad Bunny. And Bad Bunny is...
He's wearing hooved shoes. Like, now the
Are
only...
they? I can't
it
see.
looks
My
like
eyes
it.
are
It
so
looks like
bad.
at the top of the shoe. Yeah, they're hooved.
Yeah,
It's
they're
a
like
double
cleft
hoof. Cleft. Yeah, they're hooved. Now, the only thing that would have made this better is if they weren't shoes and they were literal hoofs. Like if he was walking on like hooves.
Well,
you know what
later,
I mean?
I believe we see Lana Del Ray, and I think her shoes were hooves.
Oh, wow, that's cool. Okay.
I think. Bad Bunny, this is custom Margiela. It's very much giving me kind of the Pied Piper.
Yeah, it's Court Jester 1436.
Which I feel like, you know, if it's minstrel.
1245 minstrel Court Jester.
If it's minstrel vibes, it's like he is a musician.
What is he holding? Can you zoom in?
Yeah. What is
Flowers?
Are those crows? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's like, I'm like,
There's a
okay,
pair
this is
of
my new
crows.
favorite outfit. By the way,
black.
no one dressed in crow, raven, nothing, which was
That's
shocking
true.
to me. I feel like that would have been perfection.
glasses?
The glasses, the hat. I like that it's not a tux.
I like that it's not a tuxedo. I'll just leave it at that. Like, do I like this fit? No, but I love that Bad Bunny showed up not in a tuxedo.
Get rid of the black flowers, and he is absolutely trying not to be offed by some 13th century king. You know what I mean? And he's like, good tidings to you, sir. The joke of the day. Dun, 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 dun.
It is giving Shakespeare big time.
Yeah, Shakespeare energy.
I will say the red
I don't know why the red's
the
there.
red
It pops in a
striping on the
weird way.
side.
I used to have pants like that.
I know I remember those pants. I don't like the red. I do remember those pants.
Yeah. He kind of looks like an intergalactic investor.
Intergalactic.
Yeah, like he's definitely selling courses on Instagram on how to how to make a bunch of money.
You mean in the future?
In the future,
Okay,
though.
I was
How to
like,
sell,
currently.
how to sell, I don't know. I don't know. He just, I don't get it. I just don't get it.
see how this ties in with the theme. Maybe there is a theme. There's a tie-in again to the Sleeping Beauty fashion, reawakened fashion. Like maybe this was again something that came from an older piece. Clearly, it looks historical.
It just looks like there's 4 outfits he put together into one. Like he had the hat laying around, he had the suit jacket, he had some pants, he had hooves at home, and he just kind of threw it all in. And he's like, grab those black flowers out of the area too.
I mean, it's custom, so he didn't throw this together.
Right.
Maybe.
I'm just saying it's not.
Made.
I don't get it.
All right. Well, I'm not a fan, but
Not
I
a huge
appreciate the
fan.
fact that it's not a tuxedo.
Yeah,
so
it's something different.
shout out Bad Bunny. All right. Next, we have Dua Lipa. Dua Lipa. I love Dua Lipa. One of my most favorite artists. I jam out to Dua Lipa songs 24/7. We're a Dua Lipa household.
Yes.
We all listen to Dua Lipa a lot. Evan, in fact, as I feel like most everyone has a massive crush on Dua Lipa. So I hate to.
I mean, that's stock bad behavior. Having a crush on Dua Lipa is the most basic ass dude thing to do. So as a leader of the bads, of course.
I hate that you become a leader of the bads. I'm
I'm not a leader of the bad. I'm more the spokesman just during this episode.
Dua, I don't understand. This is Marc Jacobs. Does she look beautiful? Duh. Always. But this is serving what TikTok now says is the hot thing for the past few months, which is the mob wife aesthetic. I'm getting mob wife more than anything from this.
She's got some super tall heels, it looks like.
Yeah,
she's standing
that
really
wasn't
high.
part of the theme.
Yeah, this looks...
I can't see unless
Is she wearing a tail?
No, that's a bow, a sort of fur.
Oh, it's
boa,
what's over her shoulder.
Yes.
Got it. Because it also could be a tail.
Well, if it was a tail, that would be a little more
That'd be
interesting,
cool.
I suppose.
Yeah. Is she wearing a garter, like a chastity belt? Could be.
No, I think it's kind of more of a corset that goes down a little bit.
Okay. It just looks cool. It looks like a cool outfit, but it doesn't look Met Gala. It looks like if you took away the tail, She just looks like she looks cool. Like she's going to some cool
This
event.
is MTV Music Awards.
Yeah, totally.
Like this would crush it. If this was at MTV Music Awards, I'd be like, slay Dua Lipa.
It's kind of 90s.
Yeah, but
wet
I don't,
hair.
again, unless it's a callback to something, I don't see how this is on theme. I don't understand. I'm disappointed. I'm not going to lie to you. I really wanted to see Dua show up and show up.
Yes.
And
you're right. MTV Music Awards 1998. This is a look.
Yeah.
Next
we have Ariana Grande. Now, okay, so a little back story with this specific look is that Ariana obviously is going to be Glinda in Wicked coming up, and she came with Cynthia Erivo, who's going to be Elphaba. So they kind of had a contrast of like, you know, the Glinda Elphaba looks. So, you know, she's in white. It's in she's in Loewe. It's apparently a mother of pearl top, like a hard top, like how what Taylor Russell had. So she could like knock on it and you could hear it. She looks beautiful. I don't see how this is
it looks like she's
on theme.
A bride.
I don't see how this is on theme. Very cool, the hard mother of pearl top.
She's getting upstaged by whoever's behind her.
Well, guess what? That's Cynthia, who's Elphaba.
Okay.
Her counterpart in Wicked, and I think Cynthia absolutely crushed the theme in Tom Brown. We'll get right to her.
Okay, got it.
But
yeah, no, this is a wedding dress. This is just like a wedding dress or like a princess. Like again, it's kind of going back to Lea Michelle. It's like Disney princess vibes.
I could see
Nothing
literally
really
Ariana getting married in this dress.
100%.
So
there's nothing about it that says garden. There's nothing about it that says time. There's nothing about it that says
also
even over the top. It just looks like a gown.
Mother of pearl. So if it's pearl, it's not even a garden theme. That's an oceanic theme with pearl. So I don't.
It almost feels like this is she had this for something else and they didn't use it, so now she's using it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of that same frustration you're having where I'm like, no one said like, let's do something fun.
I'm just like, Ariana.
You're Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande. You have everyone would want to style you.
You have every option available.
You have every fashion house that would give you anything for free. Like you could get custom anything.
There's no vision.
And we're not even doing the honor of going with the theme. I don't get it. It frustrates me.
Yeah.
It frustrates me.
Boring. One of the bigger letdowns, I would say. There's not even like depth to it. It's just a white wedding dress.
I know.
Bummer.
I know. But next we have Cynthia Erivo, who again, like I said, is going to be playing, I believe, Elphaba in Wicked. And this is dope. Okay. This is Tom Brown. I love Tom Brown. Incredible fashion house. And with this specific look, number one, I like the bones of it. Mm-hmm. I'm a sucker for suits, right? So like a suit, any form of like it in like a skirt and short
you like a fucked up suit. Any suit that's like the inspiration, but then they could do something interesting to it.
Exactly. So I love that just in general. The crop top suit, and then we're adding all the petals on it. But if then you zoom in
on the green.
What you can see when you zoom in is she's covered in butterflies and bugs. And that is not only is that garden themed, that also is going to hearken to the Sleeping Beauty's reawakened fashion, because we're talking about how there's a big part of the exhibit that is talking about insects and their place in fashion, also how they can be responsible for the decay of some clothing. So we have both in this outfit. And this is I love this statement piece. Mm-hmm. I saw tons of people online being like, I can't stand this. And I'm like, I don't care if you don't like it. If it's not your style, sure. Are you going to wear it out somewhere? Probably not.
That's
but
not
this
the point
is
of the
Met.
Met Gala. The Met, you don't wear this out to the... Yeah, I love the colors, the pink and black. It's like Starry Night and like, I'm kind of a visionary, I'll be honest with you. It's kind of crazy. I'm blowing my own fucking mind right now. You know what this is?
What?
Late night.
Mm-hmm.
Pool of water, petals on the water, the reflection of the stars in the water with petals on top of the water, bugs coming down, eating.
Wow. Oh, stunning, Evan. Very stunning. I don't know. Who are you?
Am I a storyteller? I might look like a guy who might steal your radiator, but in here, I'm a fashion house visionary.
I mean,
I might cut your what is it? What do people cut out of like Priuses? People steal these all the time.
Catalytic converters.
Yeah,
Oh,
I have a yard
Don't get me
full
started
of
on
catalytic
that,
converters. but my lost art is fashion judge. If you need stolen parts, I'm your guy. But if you get me started on fashion, I'm on a roll.
You're unbelievable. Oh, well,
I'm the guy that when a crime is committed in a small town, they always go to that guy first to ask, Jerry.
Yeah.
What'd you
Did
steal
you
now?
fucking steal Jim's car? Like, well, it's back. I don't know. I wouldn't say I didn't. That is. Anyway, yeah, I love this. This is a
stunning.
statement piece. It's exciting. I love it.
It's stunning. It's exciting. We love.
Love.
Next we have Usher. Usher is in Alexander McQueen, and Usher is giving us a Zorro, and that's all I can say.
Big Zorro.
I mean, it's Zorro. He literally has the Zorro cape. I feel like he has the Zorro hat. He's holding like a red flower, which is very Zorro. If you put that in his mouth, very Zorro.
It's like someone told him the wrong thing.
It was like, this isn't a Zorro costume. It's like it's not a Zorro convention.
Yeah.
For big Zorro heads. Yeah, big Zorro heads.
Competing Z heads.
Yeah.
Competing Z heads, Zorro heads, Zelda
Much
heads.
smaller community. There's like 19 of them. Let me just take this in.
Okay.
I, in a weird way, love it.
Really?
Yeah, because it's so stupid. You know what I mean? Like, it's so ridiculous.
It's so bad.
That there's something, how pointy that shoe is, you could cut someone's throat with that thing.
Yeah,
it's just
true.
absolutely a knife, which is kind of gives with Zorro to be like, click, and then have like a knife in your shoe.
Yeah.
So like,
He's got the hidden daggers in the shoes.
I will say I don't understand why he did this, but it's like melty.
Oh, it's a melty flower.
It's like a melty flower.
Okay, well, that
It's kinda
gives a little
cool.
bit.
He's got a dead flower and an alive flower. There's a little theme action.
Okay.
The hat is
The hat's
wild.
I just am a little confused by the hat too, because there's no like stiffness to the hat. It's a little floppy, but not quite floppy. It's not stiff. It's not floppy. I don't quite know what to make of it. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
I don't actually like it, but I like it that he did it because it's so ridiculous. Like, I like that it's just ridiculous.
I'm a little disappointed because I think coming off of the wildly successful Usher at the Super Bowl where everyone lived, he's got his residency in Las Vegas. I don't know. I was just thinking maybe I was like in Vegas Super Bowl mode, that I thought it was going to be really like over the top glitz and glam. And this is just like a lot of cape.
Yeah, it's heavy on the
It's
cape.
heavy on
but
the
I don't
cape.
mind. It's like man train.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me.
No.
But I think it's a little interesting.
Listen, anyone who's not wearing a suit, I'm fine with. Okay? I'm fine with anyone just not wearing a tux and keeping it outside of the basic world of tuxedo.
Yeah.
So I have to give my flowers.
Yes, I like that he could have
gilded
gone more
flowers,
basic.
and he didn't. So shout out to Usher.
Next.
All right. First, we have to do one last quick pause. Family. We're going to be talking the circle here soon, and we'll let you know who the winner of the circle was. And I'm wondering if they give the winner a certificate after winning the circle that they may want to like hang on the wall,
like a
or
big
maybe
check.
or maybe they even want to hang the $100,000 after tax on the wall. I'm not sure. Not spend it. Well, if they want to frame anything after the circle, the only place I'm recommending is FrameBridge, because they're the best. We've been using FrameBridge for years, framing everything from art to photos to programs from Embers Theater and so much more. And by the way, a gorgeous framed piece is a great, thoughtful gift. Just a side note, great gift idea.
FrameBridge is the best, and here's why. Just upload a digital photo from them to print, mail your item in using their free, secure, prepaid packaging, or visit one of their 20 plus retail stores. You can easily order online at framebridge.com or visit a FrameBridge retail store. FrameBridge custom frames your piece in their studio using the highest quality materials and ships it to your door in days for free.
I mean, I can't tell you how many times I had something I wanted to hang on our wall, but didn't, because to be honest, it was just too much with the printing and the custom framing. But FrameBridge makes it so easy. It's unreal. I recently went onto framebridge.com and uploaded a family photo online. I chose the framing and boom, it's shipped to my door, ready to hang. Also, it's affordable, which is huge. Custom framing elsewhere is expensive, but Framebridge makes it quality and affordable. And there is a curated selection of frame styles with design experts on hand who make it fun to choose the perfect frame. They're there for you. They're just incredible. It's fast service, free shipping, and again, great for gifts. And if you're not 100% happy with your piece, they'll make it right. See why Framebridge has been trusted to frame over 2 million pieces. Visit framebridge.com or a local Framebridge store to get started and custom frame just about anything. That is framebridge.com. So next we have Cardi B. We have Cardi B, and Cardi B is, I believe, in Windowson. I think that's who she was dressed by. Okay. Is this on theme? I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
Think so. It might again be harkening back to fashion past. I don't care because Cardi needed, I think, 7 people to help her function in this dress by holding up the train that, I don't know, is like 20 feet by 20 feet in a circular circumference.
It's insane.
It's unbelievable. She got the beehive on too.
Yeah, she's got the was it who's the mom?
Marge Simpson.
Marge
Yeah.
Simpson.
Marge Simpson.
Yeah, it's like goth Marge Simpson meets like Train Forever. I love this because it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's
You
over
know
the
what I
top.
mean? And it's like, I love when people just go, you know what, fuck it. Let it
know.
rip. And do something that's like over the top. Although performance art wise, I would have loved if she would have had no one help her. And that would have been kind of part of the performance, is tripping, falling,
being stuck.
grabbing, trying to get it, falling down the stick, getting back up. Like that would have made for a lot more moments.
I hear you. What my thought more was, she looks stunning and I'm living for all of this train. What I would have loved is those 7 people who helped her were dancers and they did a choreographed number around her whilst walking with her.
Shit. Okay, that's cool.
Right?
Never
And then
mind.
that could have then been on theme because the dancers...
Oh, they didn't do that. You're saying that would have been nice if they did do that.
No, they just helped carry it.
Oh, yeah.
No, if they would have had a choreographed dance, and then also too, you could have brought it on theme because going back to earlier, they could have been in bird costumery. Now this would have been a perfect Mother of the Crows outfit.
If they would have,
They would have been as
they
crow
would have been
babies,
other crows,
or they could have been eggs.
Yeah, huge beak and then the eggs. Yeah, exactly.
Dancing around her.
Why? We should go to the Met Gala one year.
And people would be like, "Wow, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen." I'd be like, "Yeah, great, it's on theme, and it's fun, and
It's
everyone's
over the
talking about
top.
it, and
But
it's cool."
The egg thing you're talking about,
Yeah.
that's next level.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to be simple here. Just be like, get lost in your dress.
sure.
You know. So anyway, I like it. It's ridiculous. Now, do I like the outfit itself? Is very whatever, but like the train is so over the top that you're like. Also, what's cool? It's so big, no one can steal your shine because you take up the entire runway. Or the entire red
Everyone
carpet.
has to leave.
Everyone has to move.
Everyone has to leave.
So
You're
it's
the
just-
only one getting photos. That's true.
It forces you can only look at me.
You know for a fact that you're getting your picture taken so much.
Yes.
That's very true. It's very true. Well, speaking of getting caught in a dress, next we have Lana del Ray, who is in McQueen, Alexander McQueen. Okay. And she has this like netting, this tulle type of netting around her bodice and her head with like sticks holding it up, which is giving kind of Blair Witch Project, getting chased through the forest, gets caught in some sort of spirit tool, you know, caught, or like a web, and it's old sticks everywhere. So this was taken inspiration from an older McQueen runway where they had
Oh,
this,
she's
like,
holding a red rose. That's cool.
oh, that's cool. This like tulle piece that were wearing antlers, and they had tulle kind of wrapped around their heads, and it was very stunning.
You're saying tulle? Is that?
Or like whatever the fabric is.
I don't know. That's why I'm saying I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a
Educate
type
me.
of fabric.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, I can't quite tell if that's what it is or not, but like a thin type of
veil-y
fabric,
vibe.
veil-y
Okay.
fabric. I think this is, though cumbersome, and I would hate to be wearing it because I can barely wear a hat, let alone having to function all night with this. I think this is incredible. It's on theme.
Couldn't agree more.
Not only do we have the garden, we have the dying garden. So
Yes.
we're really on theme here. And I think, again, I saw some people talking about like, oh, it looks like ugly because it's like old dying. That's the whole thing.
That's the point.
And so we have like the kind of the degradation of like, you know, the soil, the plants, the sticks, and then this beautiful nod to a past McQueen runway with the tulle.
Yes. Stunning. So cool. I like that the the dead vines go up and then into her head where they go out. So it's like a continuation, which is really cool. I like the idea that there's like one red rose left.
Yes, I hadn't noticed that red rose.
You know what I mean? Like the last dying moments. Is she wearing Crocs? What are we looking at?
I think
right
these
now?
are the hoof shoes.
Can you zoom in?
I thought they were Crocs as well, but then I saw her on the carpet go get interviewed, and it looks like when they're lifted up, it looks like a big hoof.
Okay. Wow. That's literally a hoof.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. Kind of a centaur energy.
I don't know why someone didn't dress up like a centaur. That would have been
I would have done
vibes.
a full centaur.
Yeah, I know you would have.
But I would have had someone in the horse's butt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like so then I could like turn, you know what I mean? Or just have it be light enough to where you can just pick it up when you walk.
Or be a fawn and just have your legs be goat legs.
That is way better. No, I love this. This is really, it's beautiful. It's kind of haunting.
It's very haunting.
She kind of looks like a character in a movie.
Yeah, it's kind of a horror movie-esque.
It's giving Lion Witch in the Wardrobe.
It really is.
I love this. It's fantastic.
I think it's now I feel bad.
I like the color, the kind of like sand dust color. It's cool.
I feel bad for whoever had to sit behind her if she didn't dismantle that during the gala. But other than that,
love it. Very cool.
Next we have Gigi Hadid, who is in Tom Brown. Listen, I mean, I heard the amount of time that this gown took was, I mean, like thousands of hours with the bead work. I guess it's super, super heavy because it's all beading. And it looks like at the base.
Oh, interesting. It's like she's taking the jacket off.
Yes, it looks like there's a suit jacket that's been pulled that's around the hips. Again, I love Tom Brown. The designs are just fabulous. But this was a dress where, like on any other carpet, I'd be like, holy smokes, stop the show. Gigi Hadid just walked on the carpet and she is a queen. But like, there's florals in it. Other than that, there's not really, there's not like a big theme happening. I mean, it's stunning. She's stunning. The dress is stunning, but
I'm like, I'm torn because the dress itself, beautiful. Everything's fine. The pulling the jacket down to her waist is very cool to me.
no, it's
Like I like that. That feels very cool and kind of campy and interesting to me.
Yeah.
So I like that piece.
And it feels like quintessential. So Tom Brown, like the design work is just
It's always
cool.
amazing. Okay,
like it's just so cool.
So
There's
I
a lot
like-
of suit work going on.
Yeah.
Suit jackets.
So I'm torn. I'm like, half of me is like, it's basic and like it's cool. It's pretty. It just looks like if you got rid of the jacket pulled down part and it was just the dress,
then it would be like,
I'd be like, it just looks like a pretty,
Yeah,
like
it's
a
a pretty
pretty
dress.
gala thing. Some rich people and some, they're doing something. But that thing makes it interesting. So I feel like it's a nice one. It's not a call home, but it's like an interesting, cool thing.
Agreed.
Doesn't really do anything.
It's nice.
Like,
it's again on
it's
another
cool.
on another runway, stunning. This runway, doesn't really hit the theme.
Yeah.
Doesn't really hit the theme. She looks beautiful, but
Yeah.
no. All right, next we have Doja Cat in Vêtements. Do you know how
Oh, the vitamins?
I showed Evan.
Vitamins.
Vitamins.
I showed him the spelling, and he goes
Vetma. That's how you say it?
Vêtements.
That's insane.
Yeah, it looks like
It says
vitamins.
vitamins.
And
That's
Evan
the name
goes,
of the
I go, Evan,
company.
how do you pronounce this? And he goes, vitamins.
Yeah, vitamins, of course. Vetma.
Vêtements. Yeah.
Okay, that's annoying. That's so annoying.
I think it's French.
Yeah, but that's annoying. Like, I'm just saying, like, that's not even close.
Okay, so Evan, give me your thoughts on this right off the top. It
Well-
looks like Doja is in a cotton short sleeve, like 3/4 length, long white cotton dress
Yeah.
that is wet. And her mascara looks like it's running
Can you
via the
zoom in a
makeup.
little bit? I just want to see the wetness.
So
Okay,
it's
it
like that
literally-
in the back
okay,
as
so they like
well.
sprayed it down with something. Okay, here's my thing. Doja Cat, so cool.
Yeah.
Such an icon. Fashion is always doing something incredible. Even on her live shows, she's always dressed doing something super different. She pushes the like limits. Like I actually recently saw that she might be even dating the like, either she's dating or they're just friends, but like they were walking around like Paris or something together. with the owner of Vetements or the creative director of Vetements.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
And they were holding hands.
Oh.
And she was in like a saran wrap skirt and a saran wrap top. Right? It was
Iconic.
like really cool and weird, right?
Yeah, she's been playing a lot
Right.
with like textures,
Right.
which is
so
so
my
cool.
thing is
Hair
like
during the
Doja
Coachella.
Cat's one of like the most risk taking people I feel like in fashion. And this is very not.
It's not big.
Like I'm just kind of going like, what am I looking at? A wet, like kind of, well, it's like white t-shirt contest almost. I'm just kind of looking at, you know what I'm saying? Like if she moved her hand, we would just be a white t-shirt contest.
Wet t-shirt contest.
White t-shirt, yeah, wet t-shirt contest. So I'm just a little
You
bit
know, they
like,
have those white t-shirt
yeah,
contests.
you know those. Love to be a part of one someday. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't. There's no theme. There's no color. There's nothing going on other than just that she was on her way here and she fell into a puddle.
You know, she exited her hotel.
Yeah.
Not in her outfit. She exited in with like the paparazzi everywhere
Yeah.
in like a little towel. And like her head wrapped in
Oh,
a
that's
towel.
cool.
Like she just came out of the shower, which was
Okay.
iconic. And then she got in that.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just don't get it. I'm kind of like, where's the whole thing? Like, where's the outfit?
Yeah, so I kind of felt similar. I mean, everything Doja puts on looks cool.
That's what I'm saying. Like she's pulling off somehow this thing.
But I was kind of researching it, and I guess the designer was saying that it's, you know, we're talking garden, and as far as wardrobe goes, cotton is like the plant that most is like the you know most frequently used plant for clothing. So then we have the garden because it's just a plain cotton dress. So there's that. But then specifically the water portion, John Galliano, I don't know, maybe like 15, 20 years ago had a runway where there were like soaked pieces, and it harkened back to after the French monarchy. I guess women used to like express themselves and their sexuality because they'd been repressed for so long, would put on these like white cotton or linen dresses and jump in the river and then go out on the town with like soaked dresses to show off their body. And
Yeah.
I guess that's kind of what this is. It's supposed to be the modern version of it. So it actually is like quite layered.
yeah, it's
but
a little
the
bit
modern
like
version.
here. It's a little bit like here in the laundry room is a rebirth. You know what I mean? It's
Sure,
like
yeah.
it's a little bit like cool. If you could have a sign explaining all this, that would help. But like without that, you're just in a wet,
Yeah.
like literally an extra large t-shirt.
Listen,
You know what I mean? Like,
listen, I had to look
cool,
into
it's
like
cool.
I had to look into
get it.
why it's on theme. It is on theme. I had to look into why. So there's
Right.
that. But I know it's
Very modern art. It's cool.
It's modern art to
but
me. That's the thing. It's not big. It's not loud, but it does feel like modern art. So
Yes.
I didn't like it, but I'm also
It
like
feels
I
high
also
level.
just like everything that Doja wears.
Yeah,
so.
it just feels really high level.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you see something you don't really understand
going,
it, you just assume you're dumb. That's how I feel when I look
straight
at
up
this.
going into the Modern Art Museum, and it's like the
There's a
wall that's
toilet.
just blue, and I'm like,
There's a toilet you need to go to the bathroom in, and they're like, no, that's a thing. And
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
shit, sorry.
that's 100%
You know
what
what
it is.
I mean? Yeah.
It's true. All right, next we have Chris Hemsworth, and listen
Are
up.
you shitting me?
Listen fucking up, everyone. I said that I was getting rid of most all these men because there were like 100 who were just in basic suits and tuxedos, but I left Chris Hemsworth in for this reason. He was one of the heads this evening. He's like a chairperson and was one of the hosts, and he dresses in a like beige suit. There's no detailing on it. There's no floral detailing. There's no encrusting of anything. There's not even a necklace. He's not even wearing jewelry. There's nothing. Now, Chris Hemsworth, do I love you and think you're gorgeous?
Yeah, chill.
Sure. But guess what? It's not about being hot tonight, Chris. You are one of the people who is representing the evening tonight, and you wear that?
It's so disrespectful.
It's so disrespectful
because
to the
it's
the
like
craft.
at least a tux says like formal. This is like relaxed. I've already danced for an hour and had a bunch of shots at a wedding. Like he's took
Yes.
the ties off. The shirt is buttoned down.
Yeah,
he's starting to
we
hit
see-
on one of the bridesmaids. Like that's. He already had a wedding speech that was like really inappropriate
Yeah,
and
that
weird.
went in the
You know
bad
what I mean?
direction.
Well, that one time at the strip club, everybody's like, "What?" He's already at that stage in the wedding. I mean, it's crazy. I don't. Not only is it not formal, it's just like a nice suit, Like a nice little vibe, like a nice
I-
semi-formal wedding vibe.
I felt a rage inside me that I had to put this up here because it's absolutely bananas. It's a Tom Ford suit. It's a beautiful suit.
Yeah.
But it's like the
Looks
only
like any moving promo.
what you could say, it looks like sand. Like it's part of a garden. I mean,
Yeah.
what? There's nothing.
At least he'll be comfortable at the table.
Yeah, and
Just be chilling.
presenting
Yeah.
things, I guess. But
Yeah.
like to me, it is just
Boring.
it is so disrespectful to be invited to be like a host for the evening and like you don't give it. Also,
Not even interesting shoes, just like black shoes.
Also, like the man's such a tall statue of a man. He could like put on the craziest shit ever. Like whatever.
Yeah.
It gets me so mad.
Disrespect.
Absolute disrespect. Okay, we have to get to the circle. So
Yeah.
let's do a few last
bangers.
ones quick fire here and then end on my other best dressed for the evening, just to end on a positive note.
Yes.
Next, we have to do Michael Shannon because this clearly, with his Balenciaga chip bag, I'm assuming this outfit is also Balenciaga. And I will say this, I do not know how this is possibly on theme. I have never been more terrified looking at something
See, I
that is
love
an art
him,
piece.
and he's so weird.
He's so creepy, and this just made it so much more terrifying. Like this like him just holding like a half-eaten chip bag that says Balenciaga up for the cameras. I'm like, I don't know what art piece is happening, but I have chills all over my body. So I suppose he did it because it freaks me out.
Yes. He makes you
did
feel
it.
something. I love this. I saw a clip too of him on the runway and he was like ducking his way out of the cameras and he goes, yeah, it's me. Sorry, gotta go. I don't want to talk. He was doing that to people like as he was running by.
And the fact that he'd have the like honestly like in a great way the nerve to duck whilst holding a Balenciaga chip bag.
Dude.
Like when everyone has questions
Like,
about like
it's a chip bag. No theme. Fucking weird as hell. I love this guy. He's so weird. And what he's doing is weird. And it's incredible. Like, that's all I gotta say is it's incredible. I love how weird. And I am standing firm on this and I don't want to fact check it. He came up with this idea. He goes, make me a chip bag that says Balenciaga on
I
it.
wouldn't be surprised. Now,
And did he eat? Was there
I
chips
was
in
going to
it?
say, that's my big question. Let us know if you know of anyone in the comments. Are there chips in this chip bag? Did we see him eating from this chip bag? Because I didn't see him eating
Fire.
on the runway. And I'm sure once we got into the Met Gala, you do get hungry.
Yes.
I know people
I'm hungry right now. I'd love a
people
bag of
sneak
chips.
into the bathroom to have a cigarette break. I don't know if there's like food and whatever there.
I would love a bag of
So,
chips.
you know, here he's got a little snack with him.
Love it. Weird.
All right, next, we just have to talk about this because we have Kelsea Ballerini, the artist,
Yeah.
musician, and then we have, I don't know if this is her partner, Chase Stokes, who is an actor, I guess. I had to look this up from Outer Banks. Like, the kids love it, and I just had to talk about this because his outfit, I'm like, I didn't know that the theme was Rock of Love because
Yeah, I didn't know
this
the theme.
kid...
I didn't know the theme was Sunset Strip.
this kid...
This kid bugs me.
I knew he was that's
This
why I
kid
put it in.
pisses me
I knew
off.
I had to put it because I'm like, Evan's gonna see this kid, and
This
he's
is
gonna...
the guy I send. Like, I send this like pictures of this guy to my friends to be like, look at this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy is so annoying. This guy is only turned on by pictures of himself.
Be careful, there might be huge Outer Banks fans
I'm
that are
just
watching.
saying. Like, I get it. He is hot.
he's an
cool,
absolutely gorgeous.
But God damn, I hate it so much. It's just so self-indulgent. It's so like, you know, babe, take pictures of me. You know, and she's like, I need a picture. He's like, no, it's good. You know, you can just tell the ego on this guy is off the
It just
fucking
killed me
rails.
because I'm like, it's all leather and then like all the jewelry. It just felt so Rock of Love, so Sunset Strip, not on theme at all. But he was like, how do I get to show my abs?
Exactly.
It was like, how do I show
It's got
off my bod?
like a cross. It's goth. It's Sunset Strip. Annoyed.
I mean, this is like very much giving Johnny Depp at the Roxy in the
It's just-
80s.
it's
Like
just
this is
It's just like, oh hell yeah, me.
And then, you know, I had to put it up because I knew it was going to bug
Yeah,
you.
it pissed me off.
Kelsea Ballerini, I mean, it's on
fine.
theme. It's a floral dress. I'm not a huge fan of the dress, TBH.
No.
But it's
No,
floral.
she's a backdrop to how pissed off I am about this guy.
Okay, next. Next we have Ed.
This is my favorite one.
Next we have Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran
It's-
always looks like... My favorite thing about Ed Sheeran is he's one of the most talented,
He's so crazy talented.
incredible visionaries of songwriting in the last 10 years. Like, the guy's had a million number ones.
I mean,
His voice is amazing. His
unbelievable.
talent's off the chain. And there's never been anyone who looked more like Like the guy always has a look, and even just the way his whole being is like, somehow I snuck into this party. You know what I mean? Like even this outfit looks like his dad let him borrow a tux to the wedding.
This
it's 1988.
This is a Stella McCartney suit, and it's like I think it's bejeweled and encrusted around the lapels and the open bow tie, and it looks like in a 1980s movie.
It looks like Grease,
where the kid was like, I have to borrow my dad's suit from his wedding, and I'm awkward because everyone else at the party is wearing, a modern suit.
He literally is playing the role of his dream girl is making out with like the hot guy at school right now. And he's crushed.
And you know what?
That's what he looks like.
I'm going to tell you what, I don't care, because I just love Ed Sheeran. He is, like you said, he's so talented. And I think I heard that this was his first Met Gala, and I kind of love that he just showed up and it's so not on theme.
It's 1988 Grease Lightning.
And he looks a little bit like, I don't know what this
Frankie
shit
Valli,
is,
like,
but I'm just here and I'm going to enjoy it, and I'm going to be like just chilling and like people watching. I don't know. I love his energy. I don't care. I love him.
The pants are horrific.
I know, but I just love him.
It's just horrible.
I don't
love
even
it.
care. I just love him. I just love him. Next.
Yeah.
Next we have Sydney Sweeney. Listen, technically the dress is on theme in the sense that like it's floral, it's Miu Miu. I think it's a beautiful dress. It's a beautiful gown. But like I am color me confused about the wig.
Yeah, I don't get the wig.
I'm all about like trying new things, and Sydney Sweeney always has her blonde hair, but like no shade to whoever the wig company is, but it looks like a Party City wig to me.
I was about to say it looks like off the rack, like they forgot to style the wig.
I zoomed in on the
like
wig,
bowl cuts.
and I was like, this is like what I buy for one of our episodes.
Yeah, we own one of these.
And I'm like, it just doesn't look like I'm confused. I don't get it. And then I saw her going to after parties and she kept the wig on. I don't quite get why.
It would have been way more iconic just to have the long blonde hair.
Sure, or like
just because it's her signature,
But I'm just saying, like, sure, do a wig, but like, I don't know, style it more.
Have it be a green wig or something.
It doesn't look like it's styled. I don't understand.
And again, I hate when people don't get campy with it at all. When
I
there's
know, it's not
when there's no
campy.
elements to it that feel Broadway weird, theatery. It's like this just looks like a pretty dress you would wear to any sort of event.
Well, and I think they're trying to edge out with like the black leather gloves, but to be honest, to me personally, it just feels like it's contrasting, not in a complimentary way.
Agreed.
Like it just doesn't really work. Like again, gorgeous gown, but I don't get it. I don't get it.
Pretty gown.
I
That's
mean,
it.
yeah, beautiful, but like again, like all of these, they're all stunning.
No one's
Okay, let's do a final one. Again, I know there's
she's the bridesmaid next to Ed Sheeran.
Yes, yeah.
Same color scheme.
I know we missed so many, but we're already an hour and 40 in. We gotta wrap this, talk about the circle. We need to end on my other best dress for the evening, which is Wisdom Kaye. And let me tell you what, everybody, this is to all you bads you were talking about, the basic ass dudes. This is the note that you need to take. Okay.
It's so cool.
It is
blood. It's fire. It's melt.
Well, and look it's what I was talking about before about like the disintegration of it's on theme because we're talking about how clothing like it wears over time. It can it can fade. It can burn. The moths can get at it. It starts to disintegrate. And he's got this absolutely stunning piece where we're seeing all those like holes at the bottom of this train. He has them in his hat as well.
He looks like a Vatican priest from hell.
Yeah, it does, kind of.
He looks like if the Vatican priests started a metal band. Yeah. Doesn't he? That's the Vatican. You remember when we watched that show Young Pope?
Oh yeah.
That's like that hat. It's like a Young Pope hat.
It is.
He looks like a Vatican priest, but instead of like, Vatican City, he's just performing at the gates of hell. Gosh. Sick. I mean, I love this. So cool.
No, and he looks absolutely stunning. This is, like I said, it's on theme. It's gorgeous. This is what you can do. This is what we're talking about.
So cool. The color's incredible.
This is a way that a guy doesn't have to wear a tux and you're wearing because he's got the lapels on, he's got the hat on, but it's on theme, it's stunning.
Yeah.
Shout out Wisdom K.
Love
I was
it.
obsessed with this look. Also same goes Dan Levy, so you can pull him up, he's right underneath. I think Dan Levy's another perfect example. Look at this. Dan Levy, we have this suit where there's florals starting from the feet
cool, and
up,
it
but then
turns
by the
into-
mid it starts to fade, and then it goes just straight to black, and it's showing time, it's florals, it's showing aging, it's showing time.
That is cool, actually.
It's a beautiful suit, and it's something that I feel like is accessible for someone to wear, that's not so over the top, but stays on theme, and it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
He always crushes.
That's
He's always
it's
great.
very clean. I'd want to rock something like that. I could be like, okay, I can't pull off any of these looks, but maybe I could do this one.
Yeah, you
That's
would look
cool.
great in this suit.
Thanks, babe. Appreciate
Yeah,
you.
100%.
That was
well,
fun.
there we go. The Met Gala review 2024 with Evan's artistic takes is officially over.
Fun.
Thanks for joining us,
Thanks,
family.
everybody. That was fun.
So should we get into
Let's do
the
a quick little circle recap.
circle finale? I think it's time to recap the circle. And before we officially start recapping, I do want to say, everyone, it was just announced that Perfect Match is starting, I believe, June 7th. And Perfect Match, the cast list, we have so many people from Love is Blind. We have Jessica, we have Micah, we have Izzy, we have Trevor, which I'm shocked about. We have Harry Jowsey. We have so many people that we've been following. Perfect Match is phenomenal. It's going to be the second season. So, of course, we're going to have to recap Perfect Match. It's going to be a shit show. It's going to be fun.
So fun.
And so that's starting, I think, June 7th, the first week in June, I believe. So we'll keep you updated on that, but we will be recapping that. And of course, over the next week or two, we're going to be finishing up our Traders recaps. And then before Perfect Match, we've got some fun episodes coming for
Really
you,
fun,
some fun guests, perhaps, all of this. So stay tuned with us.
Let's go.
And to all of you who joined us with The Circle, thanks for joining us. I know a lot of people were like, I couldn't bear watching it because the cast was
cringe.
Just so cringe. So many people were like, I can't watch it.
We appreciate those who push past the first episode or two, because once you get into it, you get into it.
Once you get into it, you get into it. But so many people were like, I started watching it and I can't stand this cast. It's the most cringy thing I've ever watched. So I can no longer watch it. So well.
If you stayed with us to this point, we appreciate it.
Thank you. And here's officially the finale. So we were left with Olivia, aka Brandon, debating who they were going to be getting rid of as super secret influencer. And Olivia gets rid of Miles. We predicted that Miles was probably going to be it. Gets rid of Miles. I think probably the smartest call. I really do.
Yes.
Now, especially after seeing the people who, when they did the final rankings, I could see Miles having just by default almost end up in the top.
Interesting. Yeah.
Because everyone was kind of cool with him, obviously, minus Jordan.
But Jordan did it.
Jordan did it. He poisoned enough people's brains, and maybe he didn't do it, but maybe just his presence. I think his presence infiltrated the minds of people enough to make at least Olivia kind of doubt whether it's smart to keep him around. And I don't know if you felt
the ultimate betrayal when you think about it, because Olivia and Miles had a thing.
I know, they agreed that they would take care of each other.
And then Olivia at the end
snipped. I don't know if you noticed this, but Jordan, after it was announced that Miles was eliminated and Miles did his goodbye video, I felt a hint of sadness in Jordan. It's like when you finish an amazing series and it was a great final episode, but you're sad that it's done. That was the energy I got with Jordan. He was like, my whole life's mission has been to destroy Miles, and now I finally did it, and now I'm left in where am I? I'm in an empty apartment in some game, and now I'm lonely. I have no purpose anymore.
You have no purpose.
He felt like it was the purpose had just escaped him.
Well, he had to kill off that guy who rejected him,
and
that's what this whole thing was.
When they saw each other IRL for the first time, Jordan, he had been all talk because he saw Miles and he gave him a quick hug and he was like, "Hey, man." And you could tell there was no confrontation in his energy. It was a little bit
deep
like
down he has a crush on him.
Yeah,
that's the reality. Is deep down he's in love with Miles. That's why bit of a love obsession.
Scorned lover.
Yeah, scorned lover. Yeah.
Well, Miles gets removed and he gets to go see whoever he wants in the circle. So, but of course, he chooses to go see QT.
In the worst outfit of all time.
They were dressed
Could
in
he
their...
not throw a different shirt on? Did they make him do
I know,
that?
so
That
they
was
were
a
in their
little wild.
they were in rodeo outfits because they had been having a party.
He also
and
had his pants real high.
Yeah.
So it like really exaggerated the rodeo vibe, which was kind of funny because it couldn't be farther from him.
he rolled in the rodeo fit. She was also in her like cowgirl vibes. Now, I don't know if I was reading this wrong, but the vibe I was getting is that QT was not interested.
I got immediate. Well, I don't think she was ever interested.
I think there was like maybe an interest in like, oh, he might be cute. He's playful. But when she sat down with him, she right away said, oh, the first time I looked at your profile, it gave me a headache. And I was like, oh, this guy's all over the place.
Yeah.
And she's like, and then we got to be friends and got to know each other.
Right. No,
And I was like,
I think QT is a master. I think QT has a lot of men who crush on her.
Yeah,
and so
she's
I
used to
think
it.
that she's a master of like not turning them down to make them feel shitty, but never give them enough to think that like there's actually going to happen. So my thing is that like this, like she felt the exact, like even early on when she's like, oh my God, I have butterflies. There's no emotion behind her saying that.
Yeah.
It's just saying it.
Yeah.
It's just, oh my
It's
God,
part
I
of
have
the game.
butterflies. You're so sweet. Oh my God. It was always this tone every time he would do anything.
Yes.
You know, it's like I'm over exaggerating my excitement because I'm actually not that into it. So no
and
question.
so when he walked in, first of all, when he goes in to see her, he straight up, like he gets rejected. He's not going to win the money. And he was literally like, oh, well, I'm going to go see QT.
Yeah.
Like he was
He's
playing
like,
with
well, I already met my wife, so
he
we're
was
good.
like, well, I guess I didn't win the money, but I met my wife.
Yeah.
And when he rolls in there, this man, when he sees that she has a sign up that says the puppet master, he's got a smile on his face and he's trying to grin. He's trying
Yeah.
to smile past the pain. And he goes, puppet master, like who have you been puppeting? He's like
Yeah.
terrified that she doesn't have feelings for him. And through this whole thing, then she's talking to him about kind of their journey together and what the game she was playing. And then at one point she's kind of like, do you have any hints for me moving forward? Like she's in gamer mode and all he can talk about is like, so he just keeps bringing up, so I guess you owe me a date. So I guess we got to do a date after this. So I guess when you get home, like we'll go to Elefante or EPLP, and in
Yeah.
West Hollywood, we're gonna go on a date. Like he literally said
Like-
EPLP.
Yeah, he said it like he's like, yeah, exactly. It's like he's just so banking on the fact that they're gonna date, and she could not be farther from.
And
like,
she
that's
was trying to
not
be
the
so
reality.
gracious and be like, oh my God, it was so nice to meet you. Yes, for sure. Let's go on a date.
Oh, I
like, let's
love
do
that.
it. Let's get a
You know, let her
yeah. Let's get a drink and catch up when you get back. But he literally wouldn't walk
She's
out.
never gonna respond to a single text or DM from him.
I
for the
was
rest of his
hiding
life.
under my blanket because when he was leaving and he just kept going, but like really looking forward to that date. Like I'll see you when you get
You'll
back,
pay
right?
because of the money, right? Actually, I'll
No,
pay.
just
No,
kidding.
I'm just kidding. I'll pay.
I'm totally kidding. I 100%. I'm going to pay
love
for
you.
our
I mean,
date.
sorry.
Like, I mean, he was
Yeah.
desperado in love.
He was.
And
he was
he's-
trying to play it cool, and she was so uninterested, and she was just like, "You're like one of my pawns in my game."
And when
Like,
people kept bringing up like, well, ooh, love story, you and Miles, she was like, yeah, very cool. Like,
Yeah.
oh gosh.
oh, he's so funny, a lot of that, you know.
I just feel like, and I feel like he feels it. He knows it.
I also think he's kind of one of those guys that's like blindly believes in himself. So I think there is a little bit of like he thinks it's going to happen, and and she could not be. She's never going to respond to a single DM he sends.
So many DMs unresponded
Never
to.
respond.
Miles and Paul, aka Caress, can
Yeah.
join a crew of unrequited love after this show and be like, damn, Kyle and QT, man.
Yeah.
The loves of our lives, and they just slip through our fingers. Because I know sweet QT will go to Elefante with Miles once, talk about the show the whole time, and he'll go in for a kiss at the end, and she'll be like, or this has happened
She'll be like,
already.
"Buddy."
And she'll be like, oh, I don't know. Well, I don't know. And then they'll never talk again, and he'll be blowing her up constantly. That's exactly what has happened.
And Kyle
If,
was
like,
just
or
doing.
will happen.
And Kyle was just doing his very best the whole time to just remember to call her sis. I know. He's like, "Oh damn, you look good, sis."
He's like, sister.
You know, he kept trying to
little
remember,
sis.
like, I have a wife. I have a wife. Call her sis. Call her sis. Call her sis. It was definitely one of those. Remember, she's sis. Remember, she's sis.
It was so funny. So basically, we get them the message from Miles in the morning where he's like, hey, I'm not a catfish.
Yeah.
he's like, respect to whoever got rid of me, which made Olivia feel better. He's like, I get it. You're playing the game. Da da da. That was a very nice message of Miles to leave. Ultimately, Miles ended up being a really nice guy.
Yeah.
You know, I think he just has this facade. But then when everyone's in the circle chat after, everyone is thanking the super secret influencer.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for saving me, whoever you are, super secret influencer.
Yeah.
Olivia never says anything. Blew my mind.
Yeah.
Brandon's just sitting there going, oh, that makes me feel good that they're thanking me. And I'm like, say that you are thanking the super secret influencer too. What blew my mind is that it only seemed like Kyle was the one who went, hold up.
Right.
Olivia didn't thank the super secret influencer.
She said, thank you guys for
know,
believing
she
in
literally
me,
was
basically. It was almost like Brandon's guard was down for a moment and just forgot about the whole thing.
100%.
Forgot that he was in the game, forgot the whole thing.
There
he was like,
no
thanks guys, I
strategy.
appreciate, oh shit, you know.
Which I was like, it didn't end up being a detriment, but I was like, damn, that could have really affected Olivia / Brandon's ratings if half of the crew was like, you betrayed us by throwing Miles under the bus.
Yeah, 100%.
But anywho, they end up having their final rankings, and they find out it's the top 5. So it's Lauren, Jordan, Olivia / Brandon, QT, and Kyle. They're the final 5, and they get to have the final rankings. And the final rankings are who ends up winning this game.
Yeah, which I was a little bummed about it. I kind of felt like, what a weird way to end the show. Like, after all this back and forth, and then you just have like 5 people vote on each other. It's like, huh? Like,
I think the best.
There's no final, like, get them down to the final 2, and then they have to make a brutal choice. It just felt weirdly anticlimactic.
Part of me wishes that the show like got to the top 2, and then and then all the people who have been eliminated,
they have to vote,
sit in a circle, and then they vote before they're revealed. So then if there's a catfish in there, they don't know. But I feel like it needs to be like almost like a traders, like a round table. Everyone's voting, and then we see what ends up happening.
And there's some game they have to play. Like, it just felt like no tension at the end. It just felt like,
I know.
It almost just felt like they ran out of money to do the show. And they were like, oh shit, we should have 4 more episodes, but let's just call it now. All right, guys, get together, final voting, whoever wins. Oh, okay, cool, you won. It was like, huh?
Yeah.
That's how this whole thing ends? That was a little weird to me, but
I do like that they brought back the contestants that have been eliminated,
though. Sitting there.
So basically they have a giant room that they walk into, and Kyle gets to walk in first, and they're all just seeing each other for the first time, one at a time. Kyle sees QT, and then Lauren. We find out that QT is actually the only one who thought Lauren might be a catfish. Like, we were like, how are people not thinking she's a catfish?
Right.
Lauren's not a catfish. They're like, you're this nice in real life too.
Right,
It's not an act.
It's not an act.
Jordan comes in at first. They're confused. They're like, are you Jordan? And he's like, I went through a weight loss journey, da-da-da. You know, QT kind of comes for him a little bit. She's like, you were after my ass.
Yeah.
And he was like, gamer sees gamer. And he was, in person, by the way, I don't know if you noticed, much more subdued.
Way more.
He was not being Mr. like...
He was being so performative in the apartments. He was just like, yeah, it's the last you'll ever hear from me, Miles the loser. And then a person's like, hey, Miles, can we go? I'll go to EPLP with you.
It was Plankton alone in his cavern versus Plankton at the Krabby Patty. You know what I mean? Like, in front of Mr. Krabs and SpongeBob, he's like, it's definitely a different energy. You know, just another...
Totally, guys.
Plankton parallel.
The hell?
And then Olivia / Brandon walks in.
Yeah.
At this point, by the way, Kyle's shared that, by the way, I am married. He's shared this with some of the other players.
He's also shared, hey, Olivia's not who you think she is. She's not she's not goody two shoes. She's actually like, we've shared pictures. And she's a dirty girl kind of energy. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, unfortunately, I had to do this.
By the way, everyone too was like, Olivia's real. Like, everyone was very confident about Olivia being real. The big like twist was, she's actually like more conniving in game playing than you think. And then, like you said, Kyle was more like, she was sending me naughty photos. And you're like, oh my God.
Then Kyle's like, no.
By the way, one of my Kyle moments that was incredible was when Lauren came in, and he's like, you got me mad, Lauren.
Yeah.
He's like, you called me your circle Prince Charming, and then you called Paul, I found out, king.
Yeah, right.
And Lauren goes, I was hitting on you, Kyle. I wasn't hitting on Paul. It's like the confirmation that Paul's like, no.
Yeah. Paul's like, yeah, exactly.
She called me king.
Yeah. Classic caress, thinking that everything said to him is a compliment. You know what I mean? Like just classic misreading cues and hints and hitting.
Oh,
so
but
funny.
then yeah, Olivia/Brandon comes in. Everyone is shook.
Yeah,
that
it was
Olivia
amazing.
is a catfish and is Brandon. And at first, Kyle's like hiding behind a pillow and was like, "No way,
Right.
no." But then I have to tell
Good
you,
sport.
the Kyle Brandon community.
Yeah.
When then he basically was like, were you being truthful about who you were? And Brandon was like, the conversation that you and I had about our dads was like the most powerful conversation. He's like, I was crying. And they really like saw each
Yeah.
other. And they formed a really beautiful
They're gonna
bond.
be
Like
friends.
I think Kyle and Brandon will be friends forever.
I completely agree.
Like there was and then also too, Brandon/Olivia, how are you not nervous?
yeah.
Brandon walked in full confidence, like, I'm a catfish, everybody. I would have been shaking. I would have been like, okay, guys.
Yeah.
Brandon was so beautiful and confident in that moment. Brandon was just like, yeah, so he was sending me photos in the hot tub. And I was like, why not get my flirt on? Like, I don't know. And it
my
was
gosh.
so, I don't know. It was like,
Yeah.
it felt like Brandon got this new sense of confidence that was like invigorating.
Agreed.
Because I would have been terrified to walk in as a catfish and be like, now I have
Did
to
I hurt
explain
anybody?
myself.
Yeah, exactly.
But Brandon was cruising. And then the all the people who had been eliminated came in, they strolled in, and everyone was trying not to be mad at each other for the
Yes.
eliminations, except of course Caress with the best energy comes in. Caress is just the best. Comes
Great
in and
energy.
everyone's just
Endless
like,
positivity.
we love Caress. Like
Yeah.
she's bouncing off the walls. But then we get down to the final elimination. And with the final elimination, the first person who gets eliminated is Lauren.
Mm-hmm.
The second person is Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Jordan.
Kind of shocking that Jordan didn't get last, but I guess people got annoyed, I felt like, with Lauren at the end there. That she was nice.
Yeah, I think
It
they
was just,
thought
like,
that she was
annoyed.
playing a game a little
Yeah.
bit too, where they're like speak truth, like stop trying to sidestep, which they didn't realize that that's actually just who Lauren is. She's just like very lovey-dovey.
But they were definitely just annoyed.
they were annoyed
You're
with her.
too nice. There's no way you're that sweet.
Yeah. And then Jordan, and then QT got third, which shout out to QT. I think
I
played
felt like I saw that coming. though.
QT though played the most brilliant game, I think, by a mile
but
out
a
of
little
everyone.
too brilliant.
At the end, it was people discovered how brilliant QT was being, and then she became a target to
What's
not get
interesting
first place.
Is the two people that won, or like, the first and second, we have Kyle and Olivia. Those were the people that played it the most honest.
Well, there was a catfish.
True. But
was a full
but
catfish
I just
situation
mean that like
from their heart.
Brandon before became Olivia and was actually like everything about him was honest in Olivia.
Mm-hmm.
And they were the least conniving, least game playing, I felt like.
I mean,
up until the very end.
Kyle was married. I mean, both of them had a little bit of a twist.
I'm not saying there wasn't like the context
No,
of their
but I hear what you're
existence.
saying.
I was saying that like they had the most honest conversations.
Mm-hmm.
They were the least game players in regards to like once they got past their story. They seemed to be the most just like concerned about people and the most like I'm just being to be myself.
Mm-hmm.
And it was interesting how that was first, how like that even came through.
No,
To where
it's
at the
true.
end, the first and second place was just the most honest, like less game playing in the game people.
No,
I
it's
thought it was
true.
interesting.
But no, I feel like I was just going back to QT. It was like she played such a phenomenal game. I feel like I hope that we see QT in like a perfect match
Yeah, she'd be
situation.
good.
She's great. She's fantastic. She's beautiful. I feel like she's definitely someone that I could see coming back
Yeah.
on Netflix in some form.
Agreed.
But then, yeah, we got top two, Kyle and Olivia,
Mm-hmm.
and I literally, like, I was getting emotional watching the end with them holding hands.
Yeah.
And Kyle whispers to Olivia, "You're the realest thing I had in the circle." It was really sweet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was really sweet.
And then Olivia was like, where Brandon was just like saying, like, "I got you." They had this like really beautiful symbiosis in their relationship. Like it feels like
Beautiful
they both needed it. They
Yeah.
both needed each other,
Agreed.
and it made me feel a little tear.
Oh,
a little tear.
cute. Yeah, I felt, although I felt bad for Kyle in the way of like, it's almost worse to get second than if you got like 10th.
I know.
Because when you get second, that means you're like, you got nothing for being almost the best. It's not like second place got anything. It's like he went all the way to the end in second place. and then just left. And at the same time, when you think about it, like went through the whole process and it goes back home, could have left early. Like just, you know what I'm saying? Like just all that work, all that pain. It's like to get right second is brutal. I was like, but Olivia's, Brandon is going to be paying off his mom's house and stuff.
Yeah,
like
Brandon,
that's so cool.
Brandon won and said that he's paying off his mom's home because obviously we know how much his mom has done for him and means to him. So the fact that he's able to help her is so beautiful and so wonderful. And Brandon did play. I mean, he's a catfish. He played an amazing game.
Played an amazing game.
He kept it together the whole time. People really never suspected him. He did an amazing job, and I do feel like he deserved the win. He really did.
I did not feel like someone got it who didn't deserve it. I felt like he absolutely deserved it.
I think he deserved the win, and shout out to Kyle. Hope that he is able to, via this process, get what he's looking for in life as far as financially
get
helping.
Some ads or something on his Instagram
seriously,
or something. Totally.
No, he seems like a great guy, and I loved Kyle. And
his wife said, "Don't come home unless you get the money." So I wonder,
is he still there? He's there for season 7. He doesn't leave until they start shooting.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, well, she didn't let me come home, so I'll be staying in this apartment with Deuce for the next year and a half.
Can you pay me as an advisor to the next season? But
shout out to Olivia/Brandon. I said from episode 1, I hope Brandon/Olivia wins.
You did say that.
And Brandon/Olivia won the game. So congratulations.
Congrats.
And love that.
Congrats to us.
I love that Brandon is giving it to his mom. Speaking of giving something to their mom, I just have to shout out our girl Katie Thurston.
I know, that was crazy.
Our girl Katie Thurston literally did a celebrity poker tournament. Almost 100 celebrities. She won.
What?
The entire poker tournament. And this woman had been telling me every day for weeks leading up to it, she's like, I will win. And I'm like, sure, you get it, girl.
We never talked about poker once.
No, but
and there's all these celebrities who play poker all the time, and it's their thing.
But the thing is, the thing about Katie Thurston, and I'm sure you can see this, but now when you're good friends with her, we know Katie is one smart cookie.
Well, super smart, and also just super unassuming. You never think of how she's got a lot of tricks up her sleeve.
Katie is just a businesswoman. She's so smart. She's good at everything. She puts her mind to.
Yeah.
And so when she said I'm going to win this poker tournament, I was at first I was okay, there's 100 celebrities, and like you said, a lot of them play poker regularly. But I'm if anyone's gonna do it, it's gonna be Katie Thurston. And she literally won, and she is giving this money to her mom to take care of her mom. I mean, it's so wonderful.
She was so funny too. She was drinking, you could tell, and she's just woo! And there's guys sitting there with glasses on, being
she was having a great time.
And she's just you're crazy, and winning, and they were, you could tell it was blowing their mind.
She was also in comedian form. She was heckling some of the guys,
and
they were
she was texting, it was so funny to watch. It was
Evan and I
you could see them being how am I losing?
We had finished the wedding, and the beautiful couple had wrapped, and we were all back in our yurts and everything, and we were trying to get service to pull up to watch it live, and we pull up and we see she's in the top 5, and we're oh my god, we're watching it.
It was hilarious.
And so congratulations to her, my girl.
Amazing.
I just love her, and I'm so happy for her, and loving that she went in, and she's such an amazing person, taking care of her mama, and then that this ended up I don't know, I just love her. I had to shout it out. So shout out to her. Shout out to Mother's Day.
Yes.
It's Mother's Day if you're listening to this on Friday in a couple days. So shout out to all the moms out there, all the caretakers. We love you. And also, I just want to say, just sending our love to anyone who this time of year on Mother's Day, there's a feeling of loss, whether it for all the different reasons, or if it's the holiday that brings up pain in whatever form that might be. I know that this time of year can be hard, and just know that you're not alone. We love you. And I know it's one of those things where everyone's posting, and it can be a celebration, and which it deserves to be, but there's also a lot of pain there.
Yep.
And I don't know, we're with you. We got you.
Beautiful.
And I know for myself this year, I'm glad I'm not wearing my hat right now saying this, so I don't look as ridiculous. I'm covered in vines, and luckily I'm not wearing the hat. But this year for me, it's the 1-year anniversary on Mother's Day of the death of my Nana, my grandma, who was the person who I was the closest to, and she saw me, And so this Mother's Day, it's like, it feels like a grieving period.
Yeah.
Even though we lost her a year ago, you know how grief is. So if Mother's Day for you involves grief in whatever form that looks like, I hope that you're able to just be in a space where you feel loved, but also be able to like process and take care of your grief and honor the hurt that you're feeling in that form, whatever that form looks like. So I know that's like a heavy note, but it's just been on my mind, and I don't know. I've been thinking about it with Mother's Day coming up.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, you've been seeing me. It's just a little hard. It's just like the memorial. And I just think about how many people who listen, there's like pain in either loss or rejection or whatever that might be. So
big time.
We love you.
I love you.
We're a big family. We're here for each other, even if I am not with you, or Evan's not with you, or Lee's not with you in person. Like, the energy is here, and you're not alone. And we love you, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week
to talk some traders and such. And
kisses,
family. Thanks for letting us talk all of our fashion opinions in the circle and staying with us through this. We love you all.
Bye.
Bye.